This is not your everyday competition.
Pressure and he got that!
Hello and welcome to our Wildgate Showdown on Twitch Rivals. I'm Gabby Durden, your pilot on our ship as we explore the Typhon Reach for the very first time. Now, if you've caught any of the Wildgate teasers, you know we're in for a chaotic adventure. So of course we had to have some superb casters to keep us grounded when gravity fails us. Chat, help me give a warm welcome to Doa and Ovely. I know we are all so stoked for the show. Doa, how happy are you to get a chance to share what you have learned in all of these playtests so far?
Oh, I'm so excited. I've gotten to play probably about a dozen games of Wildgate so far, and it's completely different every time. You know what the end goal is, but you never know what the journey is going to be like, and that's where the fun of it is, because it's just pure chaos. It's really fun to fly the ships, use all the gear and the weapons and all that, and there's so much creativity that can be done. I'm very curious to see what people are going to come up with.
Yeah, there's so much that we're going to get to dive into when it comes to all of the matches today. And Ovely, I know you've already been doing some recon for us, checking in with the streamers, seeing how they're feeling going into today's show. What are you looking forward to?
I mean, honestly, I just want to see, as Doa said, how the chaos unravels within each of these individual teams, because we have so many different personalities, I would say, that are jumping into this game with a very kind of like fresh experience, fresh take, since again, the game only became playable this week with the reveal. So we had creators jumping in for the first time, learning all this new tech, trying to reach into whatever past experiences they have to try to give them the upper hand. It's going to be chaos. Someone may or may not drive their ship into an asteroid field. That definitely wasn't me playing games this morning with Doa.
Oh, I never saw that happen. No, I have zero experience with you driving a ship into random objects. That, never experienced that yet.
Yeah, never ever before. We'll have to see if the streamers end up doing something like that in our games today. Let's take a closer look at the exact format in which our streamers are participating, because we do have 40 of them. These players are divided into 10 teams, 4 players each, and we'll be watching them among the lobbies that they are split into, 2 different groups. In each game, the teams will be playing against a different team, and the prize is awarded not in a bracket style this time, but based on their placement within each of these lobbies. So first place is going to walk away with $600, second through fifth $475. Of course, that $20K prize pool will leave everyone smiling when they leave today's broadcast. And all the predictions that you can possibly have considering the streamers participating today, I'm sure some of them will go out the window immediately, because obviously we have a lot of Twitch Rivals veterans from different walks of life here.
Oh, 100%. Just looking at the first page with Jonas 5-up on one team together, those guys don't mess around regardless of what game they get into and whatever level experience that they have. But I know for a fact that Jonas has actually been attending quite a few playtests. But looking at the rest of them, CDN, Azdacross, both of them being team captains here, have a huge background within variety games, especially shooter style games. So they are going to have a little bit of an upper hand. But the one team that I was actually talking to Doa about, who's on the second page, Team Summit 1G. We know that that man has been a master in any game that he touches, but he's also had so many viral moments when he was playing the OG game, Sea of Thieves, which has somewhat similar elements to Wildgate here today. So I feel like he's coming in with a crazy advantage, I would say.
We've got a lot of really good players in these groups, right? But I feel like, the old phrase, a plan only lands, or a plan only lasts until contact with the enemy. That couldn't be more true in this game, right? Where you might have a plan. You might say, all right, your job is to do this. Your job is to do this on the ship. But once all hell breaks loose, then it's going to take an incredible amount of coordination. And it's going to be it's going to need a little bit more than just pointing and clicking heads to succeed here. So yeah, sure, those teams could do well, but I think it's anyone's game. I will say this right off the bat. I'm going to be amazed if one team wins more than one game.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think it gets that crazy, and I'd love to be proven wrong. I'd love to see that skill, but that's my hot take. Maybe not so hot take for the start of the broadcast anyway.
Yeah, I wonder if the streamers would agree with you. So I think it's a good time to actually check in with one of them. We do have DisguisedToast joining us for an interview, one of the team captains that is competing here today. DisguisedToast, welcome back to Twitch Rivals. We've seen you here so many times. Now, first, Toast, I want to ask you, have you gotten an opportunity to play Wildgate? And if so, what are your first impressions of the game?
Yes, I have. I went over to their office about 2 weeks ago, and we had some hands-on experience with the game, and it was a lot of fun. The best moments will always come at the end, and it is just chaos, nail-biting, intense action for like 3 minutes straight, and you don't know who's gonna win.
I gotta ask, I mentioned this just a moment ago, but do you have any planned roles for people on your crew? Like, is there a designated pilot? Is there a designated infiltrator? Like, do you have that much of a plan set out?
Yes. So my team is made out of me, Masayoshi, Sleepy, and Shanik, and the three of them are very chaotic individuals. They can't sit still. So our strategy is that I'm gonna pilot the ship, and the three of them are gonna go do whatever they want. They want to board the enemy ship. They don't want to go fight PvE. They don't want to loot. They don't want to man the cannons. They're all just gonna board enemy ships and cause chaos.
All right, you're driving the van. They're just the ones jumping out and doing the soccer practice and stuff. Got it.
It's a chaotic plan, a bold plan, and I can't wait to see how it plays out. But actually, Toast, you've been playing in a ton of Rivals before. You've been a part of a variety of different creator tournaments, and we see a lot of repeating names a part of this roster. Jonas, 5UP, Summit. Which team do you kind of have your eyes on as either I don't want to be in the same lobby as this crew, or I want to take this crew down?
The two that stands out is Jonas and Summit. Summit just because he's one of the goats of gaming and he's just really good at this genre, so it'll be a fun challenge. Jonas because he was at the playtest I was at, and him and John just went at it off all day long, like sniping each other, boarding each other's ship. So they have a bit of a rivalry going on.
Oh, that's perfect. I can't wait to see it play out in today's games.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to keep an eye on if you guys actually match up in today's lobby. Toast, thank you so much for joining us for the interview, and best of luck to you and the rest of the squad going into today.
All right, thank you very much. See you guys later.
That was super cool to hear that Jonas and John, or Masayoshi, were already creating a rivalry from the playtest experience early on. Yeah, we definitely do.
You have to. You also have to have those roles defined too. That's something I'm glad to hear. I think if a team doesn't have that set out in advance, it's going to be really hard to get anything done in a coordinated manner.
Yeah, just because there's so many different things that you have to be monitoring. It's, okay, well, are you looting things in the nearby POIs? Okay, well, are you also fixing the fire because you rammed your ship into an asteroid field or whatever other hazards are out there? Or, oh my gosh, the other team got the artifact. Now we got to go chase them down through space before they get through the gate. So many different things to track and follow. So if they don't have people with designated roles, things can start slipping through those cracks.
And it makes sense that this game is so dynamic. For those that are now learning about Moonshot Games for the first time, the people behind this title have worked on Hearthstone, StarCraft 2, Heroes of the Storm. Wow, you've got Grand Theft Auto. So much behind the minds that have created Wildgate. And I cannot wait to get into the action in the hours to come. But chat, as we are gearing up and you are waiting to watch some amazing gameplay, our friends at Honda want to give you the opportunity to play right here, right now in chat with two super fun games. Now, one of them is a classic memory game. Two of every image are hidden under squares, and you collectively have to decide which squares to reveal and match all of the images before time runs out. And the second one that you'll see later is a maze. See how quickly you can navigate the Honda Prologue SUV through that maze, picking up the Twitch Rivals V along the way before finding the exit on the other side before, you guessed it, time runs out. And chat, remember, you have to work together for this one. So have fun with it, and good luck. Welcome back to our Wildgate Showdown here on Twitch Rivals. Remember, chat, our friends at Honda are always here to empower you. So it is no surprise that they are bringing you closer to the broadcast than ever before with our Charged Up chat feature. As always, the best creative commentary from chat and social media will be featured live here on the broadcast. So join the conversation in chat, share with us your favorite memes and fire one-liners on socials. You can find us at Twitch Rivals or using the hashtag ChargedUpChat to see your comments right on the broadcast. You do not want to miss this opportunity, so go ahead. Get your fingers typing so we can find out what you have to say about the broadcast ahead. And plus, Honda has created an exclusive follower emote that you can use by following /Twitch Rivals and typing TWR Honda in chat to let it fly. So give it a try. Now, Honda truly offers a line of clean, safe, fun, and connected vehicles. The all-new, fully electric 2025 Prologue SUV features a timeless exterior, tech-rich cabin, and ample passenger and cargo space. The Prologue is the vehicle for your weekend getaways and everyday drives. And I am very curious to find out more about the driving skills of our streamers today. You know, I don't know if any of that translates to how they're going to be piloting these ships, but we're about to find out. And before we do, Doa, I'm going to toss this to you. I know you've gotten to play a lot of the playtest. We have all had an opportunity to speak to the devs. Can you give the Twitch Rivals community a bit of a rundown of what they can expect in one of these Wildgate matches?
Yeah, I think the basic flow of the game is kind of explore PvE, PvP, right? When you start out, you're going to find some of these points of interest around the map that you can go in, and once you get there, there are some PvE experiences. You have to solve a puzzle, take out some enemies, hold a point for a certain amount of time, something like that, and then you unlock a room full of loot, and that can be ship weapon upgrades, it can be supplies for your ship, it can be personal gear that your character, your prospector can pick up and use, and so once that's all looted, you go on to the next one, right? You've also got probes on your ship that you can send out and explore the area around you and mark things like ice to heal your ship up, fuel to fuel your afterburner to give your ship a speed boost when you need it. And as you kind of explore around, you're going to find other player ships. And then the question becomes, do we fight them? Are we prepared to fight them? Or do we keep looking? And then you're thinking about the artifact the whole time too, because the two win conditions in the game are either escape through the Wildgate with the artifact or be the last ship standing. And so to get there again, explore, PvE to get the loot, and then find the other players or find the artifact and win the game.
Now, I think, Gabby, if you don't mind me jumping in here, I feel like Doa just explained all of the fantastic things that you could do to be winning the game in Wildgate. Please just let me go on for a moment as to all of the amazing things that you can do to lose the game, because I found those out pretty quickly. You could get blown up by little green oozy mushroom dudes. You can get shot in the head by the PvE elements protecting all of those big goals and loot that we just discussed. You can run out of oxygen while running through space, forgetting that, oh no, we need to breathe sometimes. Or of course, your ship can just set on fire after ramming into some other obstacles that shouldn't have been there, in my opinion, and just losing the game that way instead. So many amazing ways to win, and yet so many chaotic ways to also lose.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you need to keep track of, right? I mean, there's a lot of things that you need to watch out for. There's a lot of timers to think about, but we're gonna see it all, I'm sure, over the course of the day. We don't need to get into it all right now.
Yeah, I'm so curious to see which teams have the best communication skills as well as mechanics as they hop into Wildgate, the only ones that can currently play this game right now. So watch the stream, watch their streams, or anyone who's co-streaming to get into the action, because Doa and Avali, we are ready for game number 1.
All right, Avali, I'm so hyped about this. Looks like we're on board with Average Jonas to start things off with, and looks like they're already launching too, so maybe we'll get a glimpse of what's happening. But let's see, I saw low loot, Legion turrets. Do you see what the third one was?
I didn't see what the third one says, but I did see the low loot and the Legion turrets.
Okay, so that big billboard at the start of the game, you're going to end up in this little kind of like lobby area called Lucky Docks where you can scout out your opponent's ships. It looks like it's thick asteroids. So what this means is that there's just simply going to be less loot around the map, and so that means ships are going to be fighting each other at like lower levels of strength than usual. That's something to think about too. Legion turrets means there's going to be these floating PvE like NPC guns around the reach that are going to shoot at you if you come in range. And then finally, thick asteroids doesn't actually mean anything about the asteroids themselves, but it talks about the quantity of large asteroids on the reach, on the map. So that's going to provide you with more cover. It's also going to provide you with more things that you're very familiar with, as we know, as far as things to run into.
Doa, if you don't mind, I'd love to hear what these guys are saying right now, because I know both Jonas and 5UP as leaders, and I kind of want to know what game plan they're going with.
So that we can recycle it.
Yeah. Okay, we already have a tractor beam. That's good. We don't recycle
using
that.
This.
Oh, wrong button.
Well, they got to the loot room very quickly. And so they got a bunch of loot. And if you look at the lower left part of the screen right now, you can see all of the different characters they're playing as well. And that one second from the bottom is called Sal. You can feed loot you don't need to into that thing, into your processor, and get great stuff back sometimes. Special stuff. See the Sal doing it right now.
Over this way. Yeah, okay. We definitely
got it. I'm driving away.
Yeah, let's start moving, yeah. I'm droning as well.
I'm just probing around, like, south area.
I see the monolith teleporter. I'm just gonna mark it.
I see the monolith right here.
Cool.
I'll
turn off the shield gun.
Drop the shield?
Yeah, so because you're gonna toggle it back on as soon as you see people, right? There's the monolith. There's the monolith that way for like actually how to get the relic.
Okay.
We don't want that though, because like the gate wouldn't even be charged yet.
I can see a scuffle or two happening here.
My mod just timed out your bot.
Bruh.
Deserved. It was doing something nasty.
Okay. Some guys are already shooting.
Yeah.
Where's the last ship? We already know where two of them are.
So if you look at like the sector, how big the map is, we kind of want to go north. Northeast.
Yeah. I'm just trying to drive us away, and there's a lot of debris here.
I'm gonna see if I can grab some ice.
That's what I've been doing right now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep going straight and to the probably C6. Okay.
That's good.
Yeah, a little bit farther away from everyone.
All right, so you see some of our players doing some probing as well. There's like stations on the ship where you can jump to the probes and go around, and as you can see, mark things. And once you mark it, it'll appear on your map and hit tabs and kind of keep track of where the ice is, where the fuel is, and all that.
Perfect.
That was one of my favorite things of doing, where I could just jump into that probe when you start with that initial little looting spot. I can go scout out all the next big points for us to hit as soon as you're done, and potentially also find the artifact, which it looks like they have the artifact found on their map right now.
Yep, that's right. And so it's nice to know where the artifact is, but if you look at the top right of the screen, you see that little thing that says 10% right now. That's how far the Wildgate is along to opening up and actually letting you escape through it. So knowing where the artifact is good, but we're probably not going to see anyone really go to grab the artifact yet, because even if you did, you couldn't do anything with it for a while. On an average map, the Wildgate takes about 25 minutes or so to open. There is a modifier that appears once in a while that makes it take only about 12 minutes. That's called Fastgate. But most games are going to be, about 30 minutes in length because of that reason. But then again, if you're a ship that just takes everybody else out, then it doesn't even matter if the Wildgate's open or not, right?
Absolutely. And it looks like, who are we? We're spectating Team Caliverse right now. It looks like we're taking Caliverse's POV. Something that I wanted to point out was it looked like Aztecross died in the Reach, which I believe, does that mean he ran out of oxygen?
That can be a whole bunch of different things. So you can be, that means like dying to the PvE enemies. That means running out of oxygen. You can blow up. Like there's a lot of things in the Reach that can kill you. Oh, and check it out. They already found a Sal invention. So remember I talked about Sal and that Prospector's passive ability to feed anything into the processor. Normally that's where you just put ice and fuel and stuff, right? But Sal can put anything in there and get back random things. And so once in a while, rarely you'll get back special things to install on your ship. So for instance, the Sal invention gives you plus 20% shields and passive ammo regeneration, which is really, really good, especially that shield increase.
100%. You could see everyone kind of fiddling with their upgrades that they found from the loot room right now. Some of the ones that we found when we were playing there was like a flame barrier protector. There was, I believe, like an energy shield. There was one that just provided your ship with base HP boosts. There's so many different ways to kind of customize your play style for each of these individual games. And I think what's great about it is that these changes aren't necessarily permanent. So if you find a upgrade that, gives you 10 major health boost, but then you end up taking down an enemy ship and you find one with 20, you can easily just replace that and continue just perfecting the way that you want to play that round.
Yeah, and like nothing's permanent. You can swap anything in and out on your ship. So it's, if you decide you want something else on a hard point than what's on there, you can just switch it out. Same with turrets as well. Finding turret upgrades for your ship is really huge. And then I would say, above all else, making sure you've got enough fuel and ice to survive. Ice will give you sort of a heal over time effect if you hit the button on your reactor, as soon as that cooldown is up, essentially, after you take some damage. Yeah,
I'd like to point...
go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I'd like to point out the fact that in Twitch chat right now, DrisGuisedToast actually did a fantastic job of describing this game. Fly ship, get artifact, escape through Wildgate. Probably die via getting jumped in all of the above.
Probably true. Yeah, that's right.
True.
I will say I've only won one game of this. It is really difficult to win in a full lobby like this.
Well, we won this morning, brother.
Well, I mean, that was versus AI. I'm talking about real people, I'm talking about real nerds, real gamers out there. But, Gabby was on my team when we played her very first game, and that was the one we won. So she's got some natural skill, I think. But we managed to escape through the Wildgate.
Perfect. Okay, it looks like we're still on Team Caliverse. It looks like they're fiddling with all of their cannons right now. And again, just the cannon variety that you can have for all of your turrets. We're taking a look at the quad cannon right now, where you could basically shoot, I want to say, what is it? It's like 2 projectiles at a time before going for a full recharge, which is just so much nicer than the original. And do you actually want to explain this little grappling hook lasso?
Oh, it's great. Like, you get 2 charges of it, and every prospector has this. You always have access to the magnet grappler, and it just helps you fly through space a little bit quicker. Once your charges are out, you have to go to a recharge station to get in. Unless you're playing as the Prospector Venture, where one of their passives is to get all your recharges back automatically when you go back to the ship. But you can see ice being mined right now, and again, this is the thing you need to heal your ship, so it's very important that you grab that and take it back. And as you can see, you can just hit C to teleport back to your ship anytime, so very, very easy to run out and grab something and then just teleport back. The only thing, though, Avali, is you can't teleport while holding the artifact. That you got to move around manually.
Yeah, and I feel like I adore the teleporting mechanic, because I am absolutely someone who would get completely lost and separated from my team just out of sheer confusion when starting out. So just having the ability to teleport back to my crew and my base, essentially, is completely game-changing.
This is pretty useless.
I also like how they disappear into confetti.
Oh yeah, I mean, you can also you can even shoot fireworks if you're on one of the turrets as well. But we saw one of the players pick up a Star Lance. That thing is crazy. Very limited shots. It's a kind of an extra weapon you can pick up. But if you shoot a ship with it, it'll go through their shields and hit something beyond it too. You can one-shot turrets. You can blow open doors. You can blow open windows with it. So if you've got somebody who's a good shot with a Star Lance, that can be like a great way to open up an entrance to infiltrate a ship and steal something.
Yeah, and Doa, I feel like one of the things that we should absolutely hit on right now is the fact that we see our players in a ship, but this ship looks very different compared to the other ships that we've seen previously. How many different ships do we have in Wildgate, and what would you say are the major differences between the two, or all?
So there's 4 different ships in the game right now. I'm not 100% familiar with the interiors of every single one of them. I believe the one we're on right now is the Bastion, which is kind of the big tankier ship. That has doors that can only be opened from the inside. Yeah, right there, security doors. It has more HP than any of the other ships. Oh, looks like they might have bumped into something. There was a little bit of fire on board to put out. So that's kind of your tank ship, for lack of a better term. Yeah, you've got the Scout, which is it's a quick ship. It's faster than all the other ships, but it has slightly lower health. You've got the Hunter, which is kind of the default ship, which is pretty good for chasing people down and shooting them. It's got a bunch of guns on the front, but it's kind of average in terms of shields and HP. And then you've got the Privateer, which has a ton of guns on the front end of the ship. So if you can get behind somebody, you can absolutely wreck them, but vulnerable from behind. It also shoots faster, so that's kind of your like PvP ship if that's what you want to go for. So there's 4 ships, and they each kind of fill a role.
These guys have 40 ice, the privateer.
I'd like to listen in and see what they're discussing, because it sounds like they're forming a plan.
Let's do it.
I think that doesn't work. Well, we already know what that's going to come down to with them. We're going to
turn it off here, Napon. You're going to have to shoot out by yourself. I need to get off this corner of the map, and we have to find the fucking exit.
Yeah, I had a
Okay, you want me to probe?
now. I'm trying to find.
I'm getting boost right now. Are we off the boost plan? Oh,
We still need more boosts. We have 20 ice, which is fine.
Yeah, I'll check.
Going top right.
Okay, I'm gonna check. Like, I'm gonna clear up G2 and G1 in the corner just in case it's there. But I went all the way up to like C4 and I couldn't find it.
Need to just get us more to the middle, I think, right now.
Yeah.
How is our like guns, our cannons looking? Do we need cannons?
We do need cannons.
yeah, we don't
Alright,
got
so we
anything.
need to find a POI that has cannons, and we need to at least do that.
I'm kind of floating out in space right now, but I'm going to get one more boost charge if I can. I don't know how far this is.
Yeah.
Okay, the TS definitely knows where the monolith is gonna be. They're nearby. Yeah, they know for sure.
Who's on that?
All right.
Sure.
Where are these?
Gathering a lot of resources, always a good thing. 20 ice, I gotta say, feels a little bit low, but you know, you can burn through that pretty quickly. But it's better than nothing for sure.
Yeah, I was paying a little bit more attention to the upper right, where we saw Jonas go down twice, Keo go down as well. So I'm curious as to what that crew is doing right now, because they're either in a PvE fight. Do you think that maybe they're going for the artifact this early?
I think they're in the monolith because the monolith is a very dangerous PvE area. That one is a place where you'll generally have some deaths occur, but you can see that ship over there, the T is whack, getting spotted here by Pacey. So we'll see if they decide to engage or not. This is the big decision, right? You know the artifact is in the monolith. You can see it on the map. Are you ready to shoot, ready to fight? Looks like they are. You can see the cannon fire in the lower right of your screen.
Oh, wow.
Just going in with some of the default cannon stuff. So they have some ship turrets that aren't upgraded yet. Bold, but we'll see if they can handle it.
So here's my question, Doa. Do you think that the T is whack? We see one turret being shot off at Pace's ship. Do you think that there's only one person on that ship right now and the rest are in the monolith? Because that could be pretty dangerous.
With the way that ship is trying to keep the monolith between them and Pace here, I think that's definitely possible. You know, because if you don't want to shoot, if you don't want to fight, you're going to definitely try to hide there. But you see Wreck going out with one of the turbines. That's a little handheld item that you can use to jet through space to get there faster. So it looks like we're going to have a little bit of infiltration happening. And if the T is whack only has one crew member aboard, could get a little bit spicy, but keep in mind, anyone can jump back to the ship instantly almost by pressing C. So if you come under fire in a big way, you can definitely hold off infiltrators. But then again, if Rex sneaks on there, he can steal a turret. That's right, did we mention that? You can steal anything on the other ship. You can pull things off the walls, you can bring it back to your ship, so you gotta be careful.
That's so BM. Can you imagine someone just running into your house, stealing your turret, and then disappearing in a poof of confetti?
I mean, not my house, but I would love to infiltrate somebody else's ship and take their really great turret. That sounds pretty good.
Someone breaks in, takes your TV, smoke bomb, disappears.
I hate it when that happens.
Oh, man, just happens way too much.
I should mention, too, if you look at the map, you'll be able to see enemy ships when a ship takes damage or fires its turrets. That will reveal you to everybody else on the map. So you got to be careful. If you like brush against an asteroid and accidentally bump it, you'll be revealed on the map.
Wait,
you can
we're
see a
getting
couple
combat.
ships being revealed very firing. Yeah, that's right.
We're getting combat right now. Are we able to see their, are we able to take Darkness's POV? Because it looks like Darkness is currently in a scuffle with another squad right now.
Yeah, what is that ship? Final Whip? It's hard to tell with the red on blue there. But yeah, we got two ships. Like they might, unless they're at different vertical levels, they might be running into each other right now.
The red ship and the orange ship are kissing at the moment. I want to know what Stupid Fractal and Final Whip are doing. If we're able to take either of their perspectives, that would be fantastic.
Oh, edge of the map. All right, we see a probe going to the edge of the map. I don't know what they're planning on finding there, but trying to stay out of sight, I suppose, if they're doing some scouting. But there's definitely some ship-to-ship combat going on. Tasmo and Average Jonas duking it out. Here we go. Stupidly Fractal on the run. They've got their shields up, so they're going to move a little bit quicker.
So 5 up currently Blast Leader. We see Jonas has Tasmo in his sights, but again, that passive of that character going completely invisible at that moment, I think. Jonas grappling back to his ship. He sees 5 up. And wait, actually, no, this is the enemy ship, correct?
Yeah, that's right. He's using Ion's melee ability to just break one of the windows. It's the only prospector that can actually damage ship stuff with melee. And so using that, oh, it's so smart, actually. Breaking open a window, he's making them lose air, and he's also able to shoot through it, picks up a kill there. I love this plan for Jonas. And you know what? This ship's shields are down, too, so they are easy to fire on from the other side. Somebody needs to put the shields up on this ship, all right?
Jonas finding 2, 3, 4, almost 5 before getting taken out here, but that's okay because 5-Up is in there as well. Tasmo finds Jonas, but Keo finds Tasmo. 5-Up finds Butter. Keo's taken down by Char, but again, it's this non-stop slaughter on this poor ship right now. We see all these respawn timers going. Luckily, it's only 10 seconds, but again, as we're taking a look at Char trying to defend his ship with his teammates, unfortunately dead at the moment, it looks like Team Jonas is backing off just for a moment, which is going to allow Char to get these revives and hopefully try to get out of here and run. Use your boost.
There we go. Finally, the shields go back up again. And you look at the HP of the ship at the bottom middle of the screen. That's what that is right now. 86 HP. You're still in pretty good shape there. Fire, like a patch of fire does 1 temporary damage to your ship. When you put out the fire, it heals it again. We still see people trying to infiltrate here as Final Whip tries to make their presence felt.
Doa, the full shields for Team Final Whip. We see Char trying to come in here and maybe bust through, maybe do a little infiltration himself. But I wonder, is Jen here? Oh, immediately!
Nope. I have heals for you guys too.
Denied by the Sonic Boom. On board with Gerber for now, and we'll see if they have to deal with any more infiltrators. Oh, nice angle with the quad cannon there.
Oh, one more
That could be some good damage if they break through the shields.
Let's listen in to see what their comms are like.
One more resin right behind me.
Oh, he's totally immune. Fuck.
I'm flying above them.
Yeah.
I killed one, I think, but I'm dead.
There's also a fire on board.
Like, how low are they? Just keep shooting cannons at them now.
Yeah, just keep shooting the cannons because they don't have shields up right now. Like,
Okay,
their shields are back. Their shields are back up.
They can't.
I can turn it off. I can turn it off quickly.
Yeah, turn it on.
Where's the fire?
It's off. I broke a window.
Just keep shooting now.
I got shot from the outside.
They're not gonna have enough ice to keep replenishing health here.
Yeah, I'm gonna
health on their
doors.
I'm gonna keep shooting them too, okay?
Right.
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine.
Should go closer to us, Jen. Or closer to them. We're getting far away from them.
Got it.
See Gerber for keeping the ship healthy using that repair drone, and now going over on board with 5-Up to try to make something happen. But stupidly Fractile, I think they are in big trouble right now. That ship is looking a little bit rough, especially with their shields down. Nice shot.
Calver's trying to run away with that ship, but 5-Up just going straight to the helm, saying absolutely not. Driver, buddy. Look at that infiltration. Is he going to try to fly their ship away?
Oh, he's lowering their shields again. Yeah. You just jump on there and lower the shields, stop the ship, make them dead in the water. I'd say that's worth the death.
That's insane tech. How smart. And you could see Callie just trying to make all those repairs to the windows. Again, trying to get that ship away. But I don't think Team Jonas is going to let this team slip away. But
I don't
again,
think so, yeah.
Like Doa, with these two teams going at it, it means that the other 3 teams, who I don't think we've seen too much crossover between, they could just take that artifact and start making sure that they're fortifying their defenses so that if another team comes up to them and they have the artifact and they're trying to get through that gate, they could be in a very strong position.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is you can fight all you want and take out all the ships you want, but if somebody else grabs the artifact and makes it through the Waygate, that's the end of the game right there. Upper right side of the screen, you can see the Waygate is 62% charged right now, so we got a little bit of time left. Looks like 5-Up breaking the front windshield. Is he going to jump in? No, goes for the side. Looks like the ship boosted away. Might have gotten pushed away there, too. There's lots of fun things you can do. There's things called clamp jets that are these little jets that you can attach to basically everything, including other players, and just attach it to them, shoot it, and they fly off into space.
Oh my goodness, Keo is an absolute monster right now, wreaking havoc inside the ship. Again, the only thing they could do is try to run away. I wonder, Doa, do you think that maybe... Oh, and here we go. We see the overload reactor function. How exactly does that work?
So every reactor in a ship has a button on it that you can just press, and then it will start a countdown that if that countdown is allowed to expire, your ship will just explode no matter how much health it has left. So you can see Keo, I believe he got to go ahead and turn off the overload. So I think they're safe for now. but we'll see. I actually kind of like that fire burning right in front of the button. You can just
Ship
leave
destroyed.
that there and make it hard for people to do it. It's not a
Ship
bad
destroyed.
idea.
Stupidity
Oh.
Fractal destroyed. It looks like
Yep.
Team Jonas, 5-Up, Jerbifer, and Keo were able to take down the first ship of the day. Holy crap, Toa! This is kind of what we were looking for.
Absolutely, and I think that was such a great example of the ship combat in this game, where it's not fast. You have a lot of time to adjust, to maneuver, make decisions, but eventually one of the ships is going to go down, and now the looting begins, right? The primary thing you want to find, though, is the ship core. If you can find the ship core in the destroyed ship and put it in your ship, you'll gain extra HP, you'll gain extra ammo regen, I believe it is. But either way, it's a big, big boon for your ship if you can find it, not to mention all the other loot that they had. It doesn't destroy any of that. It just destroys the ship itself. So you can take their guns, you can take their upgrades, and that's exactly what we see right now. I mean, taking out enemy ships is oftentimes some of the best loot you're going to find.
There's another fight or ship at C6, okay?
Yeah. I think we just try to recycle everything that they had.
Yeah, and maybe we could find. I'll put a quad cannon on the back then.
Yeah.
It's all right. They wasted resources.
Oh, and look at that, Doa. We're straight into another potential fight with Team Darkness, Action Jackson, Broman, Genticles against this Team Saccade.
Ooh.
Is Saccade? I don't know how to pronounce it, but this looks like they are about to
Saccade?
go crashing.
Maybe, yeah. You can see Darkness using the turbine to make his way through space quickly here. Invisible with the owl until he fires, but that's enough to take out Frostbolt. And now going in through the top. I believe if that is okay, that's kind of the regular ship there. Wow, 2 kills already. The respawns are fast. Can he overload the reactor? That's going to be the mission. And that's going to start that timer.
He's there!
Yep, that's right. So now they got to stop it.
The reactor's overloaded.
Darkness
Yeah,
gets
looks like
taken
they're
out,
gonna
but
be able
Doa, actually, I feel like people aren't too familiar with that little character's passive, which was, I was playing him this morning. It's our little lizard axolotl bat guy-ish, where
Sal,
you can be invisible.
Oh, well,
You're invisible.
So the little owl dude is Moffs, and yeah, he'll be
Moffs, yes.
invisible in space. But then once you get on the enemy ship, he'll reappear. But being able to transfer between ships while not being seen is so useful because it gives you that element of surprise, right? So we see we'll see a lot of those. We'll see a lot of owls with a shotgun is kind of the meta to a certain extent a little bit. But every prospector brings good passives that are going to help the ship, you know. Oops, a little bit of a Bumpadoon asteroid there from S-Cross there. But you can choose your loadout, right? You pick your weapons, you pick your gear that you carry with you, but every prospector has a couple passives that just kind of benefit you over time.
Yeah, and it looks like, is this the monolith that Team CDN is trying to break into? It is.
It's
And Doa,
one of the
I think
POIs, yeah.
this is the first time that we have seen the artifact officially on screen. If you could take a look over, you see that little yellow diamond that's kind of been dropped down on the ground behind Naplan. That is the artifact, Doa. That's what we are all fighting over here today, and it looks like they're currently trying to break through this monolith, this mini dungeon of sorts, because if they can break through it, they can bring the artifact back to their ship, and they could potentially win the game.
Right. Sometimes you have to fight your way to the artifact. In cases like this, you can pick up the artifact right away, but then you have to fight your way out. The door you came in closes, and you need to battle your way through different waves of NPC enemies. As you can see, now they only have the diamond vault left to clear before they can escape with that. You can't teleport out with the artifact. You got to fight your way through. But the thing is if you have the artifact, everybody on the map knows you do. And so you're going to be kind of target number 1 at this point. But you know, the gate's 78% towards opening, so this is going to be the time in the map to start thinking about trying to take that artifact through.
Yeah, and Joe, I actually have a question. Can multiple people enter the same monolith at the same time? Is there a chance for a third party in a PvE?
Oh, yes, it happens all the time. At this point in the game, you're going to have multiple teams fighting each other, fighting the NPCs. It gets pretty crazy. I think we've only got one team in there right now, from what I can see. But another team could definitely show up and try to ruin their day right at the end.
Yeah, and one thing to kind of note is that usually when we think of PvE enemies, we're not too scared of them. But some of these PvE enemies, especially that one with the red title above him, who's kind of a mini boss or more of a aggressive foe, these enemies pack a punch. So you do have to be careful because, as we saw, one or two of these players going down to these enemies, if someone comes into third party, it's going to be dangerous.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I mean, the last thing you want to do is fight all the way through the monolith with the artifact, and then have another team show up at the very end and take it from you. You know.
Let me drive. Oh, never mind.
Actually, Luke Hal from the chat is asking, when does a game end? When does a game end, Doa?
One of two ways. Either you escape through the Wildgate with the artifact, or you're the last ship standing. Those are the two win conditions. You either eliminate everybody else, or you escape through the Wildgate with the artifact. Looks like we got 5 up doing some infiltration. You talked about mobs there. Meanwhile, back on board with Jonas,
Wait,
still trying to get that artifact out.
This is exactly what happened. We saw the third party.
Yep.
Jonas and Keo have broken their way into the monolith. It looks like maybe they took out the other team that was there. Rek is down, Tora down. Keo actually gets taken down by Dupon. Jonas may be the only member left. It looks like it was a 2v4 infiltration. But if there is going to be a player who can pull this off, it's going to be Jonas. There's only one wave left. The last person remaining, it looks like they were taken. No, I spoke too soon.
Void Lord. Yep, Void Lord Zillion, one of the Legion NPCs. There's different factions of NPCs that you're going to run into, and the Legion is one of the most common ones in the monolith areas. The Zygloms, the green dudes are the other ones. Little gooey green guys. Meanwhile, back on board the Keo. Oh, we got some PvP going on inside there. Yeah, everybody's fighting over the artifact now.
Oh, I am very excited for that. It looks like we have Tora down right now. On pace, Rek, everyone on this squad trying to make their way back into the monolith. Again, there's just one more wave inside that monolith that needs to be defeated before we can officially take the artifact out of this room, essentially. But with these 2 ships circling this area, it's not going to be easy to try to make that dash to the gate, which, again, I don't believe is even open yet.
Not
or did
quite
it just
yet.
open?
It's getting closer, that's for sure. As we see some more PvP happening here. Shield wasn't able to work. The enemy just ran right through it. There's our big NPC boss. Okay, they took him out. Monolith complete. That means you can grab the loot and get out, but more importantly, obviously, it means you can grab the artifact and get out. But the question is, once you do that, can you survive long enough? The Wildgate is at 89%, so it is not too long until it opens, and you can be free to fly through and win the match.
Keo is in here. Rek was taken down. You have to be very, very scared of Team Jonas at this point because they've already taken down another ship. They have their eyes set on you, and most importantly, they want that artifact first. I really want to say that it's cool what they're doing. I think they're keeping Jen on the ship while having Keo and Jonas try to infiltrate, and having 5 Up essentially play that flex. At least that's what I'm seeing from here so far, and it seems to be working for them.
They have like 3 people going in.
Keo gets taken down, tried to stay safe back there, but it didn't end up working out. But I agree that's usually a good idea to keep somebody on the ship here. And all right, we got a pretty serious weapon coming through here.
Ooh, this is the sniper cannon, as it said. Long range, super strong.
That's right. Yeah, you got to be able to aim pretty well with it. But if you can shoot it through those little holes in the shield you open up and do some serious damage. All right, time to escape with the artifact. But can you survive? The artifact is out of the monolith. Rek taking it back over to the team here. Again, you can see they've got that Bastion ship. They've got that really tanky one. It's got a lot of HP. You can see 140, so 139 remaining. It's slow, though. So although they are durable, they are not going to win the race getting to the Wildgate. Other ships are going to easily be able to catch them.
And as you could see from the upper right there, that's essentially the global notification, isn't it? With the artifact has been claimed, letting everyone know that you have the artifact. We know where you're headed because we'd be heading there too. And it feels like everyone, or at least the remaining teams, are going to start to converge on that one spot.
Yeah. Now, having the artifact ship on your ship does give you a little bit of passive healing, so it does make you a little bit more durable just having it on board. But that said, that ship is not going to move fast. We'll see. 96% though for the Wildgate. If they can get through, That would be amazing. I'd love to know where the Wildgate is in relation to them. You can see that blue line just to the right of the webcam view of Keo there. That is the top of the Wildgate. That is the destination, but it's kind of hard to tell how far away it is, and there's a lot of asteroids to maneuver around, with thick asteroids being one of the hazards on this map too.
Oh, and look at Sir 5UP going on that infiltration mission. He is jumping and gliding through, and it looks like potentially Jonas may try to do the same with this tractor beam. Now, you said there were a couple different ways that you could utilize this tractor beam in ways that are a little bit creative, and what were some of those?
Well, for starters, you can just hit the enemy ship with the tractor beam and pull it over to you. You can stop them dead in their tracks and pull them your way. So if they can get close enough, and you can see they drop their shields to get a little bit of a speed boost, Jonas going out there, he can absolutely stop them. And there's the Wildgate on the horizon there. You can kind of see it spinning. And we're at 99%. It will be open by the time they get there, if they can get there. Jonas is in position to try to use the tractor beam here. He just has to get a little bit closer. No, teleports back to the ship. He's too slow. Oh my gosh, are they going to be able to do it? They're boosting. Rectangle button. That ship is so close to the Wildgate. I think they're going to be able to do it.
They might be able to do it here,
I think
Doa.
they can. They got it. I think they got this one. Can Keo stop them? There's 2 more ships off to their west. If they can come in, stop the ship somehow, if somebody can get on board maybe and just hit the brakes on the ship, that's an option, but they are getting close.
So close. It looks like everyone has abandoned the ship so far. They are just trying to use those grapplers and get there as fast as they can. And actually, this is the other team that may be a little bit closer.
He tried to stop them for a second, but I don't think he was quite close enough. It looked like it didn't do it. Still 100 HP there, so you're not going to blow that ship up.
Wait a second, is darkness maybe close enough? No, it doesn't look like they are.
No, that gun's not going to do anything. Sorry.
Oh, they're trying. Slow but steady seems to win the race, Doa. They are inching closer and closer.
They are so close. Keep hitting that coolant. They got plenty of HP. They got one more boost to go. Are their shields down? I think they maybe are not. I think they're okay. Yeah, trying to get in. Keep driving, keep driving. They're so close. They got it. They are there. Wow. And so there you have it. Our very first match, somebody actually escapes with the artifact. That's amazing.
How
escaping
fantastic. Oh my gosh, Team CDN. And we were looking at that. We're like, it's a slow ship. It's super tanky. We'll see if they're able to get it across the line. But they did. No one could stop them.
Yeah,
Even though there were attempts to do so. I mean, Doa, you were pointing out the attempt to use the tractor beam to bring them out of that line of sight of the Wildgate, but it was CDN's team that was able to make it through.
That was a great game. I mean, that's why I was so excited to get a chance to cast this, because like you just have no idea what's going to happen, because we looked at we focused on Average Jonas and his team a lot during that game, and they were doing well, right? They were taking out other ships, they were taking out PvE content, no problem. But then in the end, it was just another team coming in and swiping the artifact right out from underneath them and getting that head start, and that was enough to win the game. And that's just that's what this game is all about, right? Is that it's not over until it's over, you know?
Absolutely
not. And in
not.
terms of, not knowing what to expect in these games, one thing the audience may not know yet is these maps are procedurally generated. So it is a unique experience every time you get in there, for anyone that's just coming into the chat for the first time. But
we should clarify too that it's procedurally placed. So all of the areas, all the art assets, all of the asteroids, POIs, those are all made, but then where they end up in the map is random each time.
Which does actually impact how you navigate your ships,
totally.
How you end up interacting with the other teams here. And I do just want to let the audience know that we're watching Group A. Group B did finish, though, as well, and Summit did win. Quickly, before we go to break, Avali, does that align with your expectations?
Yeah, of course. Summit was going to win in whatever group he was in. I will say I was wrong. I thought Team Jonas was going to be able to take it because we saw Keo pop off. We saw 5UP pop off. We saw Jen hold it down with the ship, but dang, they just weren't able to keep up.
Yep, they went with an aggressive style, overloading the reactor, bringing the shields down, but it wasn't enough for the victory in our first game. We do have 3 more games to go, though. New matches to come on the other side of the break. welcome back to our Wildgate Showdown here on Twitch Rivals. We just witnessed our very first game on the broadcast. The streamers already showcasing the different approaches you can take to the game. I do want to get general thoughts, but one thing I did want to touch on was the ships themselves, because Doa, you were highlighting the difference of Bastion and how that played into it. We did all have the opportunity to speak to Dustin Browder, the game director, and he shared, when asked about working on the ship design, that in all his years as a game designer, this was the most difficult thing to do. And this is a guy tenured in StarCraft 2 Heroes of the Storm. So what was that like, Doa, watching that in execution here, as well as your own experience and its effect on the game?
Well, it's so cool because there's so many different facets to how the ships impact the game. One is, I mean, just how the crew moves around inside the ship, right? We saw the Bastion where there's one door on top that you can open from the outside, but I believe all of the other doors are what they call security doors. So you can't open them from the outside, and we saw them lay down some traps. I forget the exact name of it, but you can put down traps essentially as one of the gears you bring in your loadout that will trap people as they come in. So you can see they had that ship. They had the right ship, and then they had it perfectly fortified. So once they got the artifact on it, it was going to be very, very difficult for other players to infiltrate it. And that's just kind of like one example of how you can really tailor your play style to the ship. And then, just again, like how you move the ship around, what fights you take, what fights you don't take. It's such a big, big impact. And all the ships are really good at different things. So you can kind of pick what you like the best and go with that. So I love the ships in this game. I think they're very, very well designed inside and out.
It's one of the many reasons this game is so dynamic, because of how many factors do influence your approach each and every time. And obviously, as we take a look at the standings and how everything shook out in that first game, I know you had expectations for Team Jonas, and we did see a lot of strength for a bit until they were overtaken by CDN Squad.
Oh, absolutely. And honestly, CDN Squad earned that win, because while other teams were going for those fights back and forth, CDN found that monolith, they broke in, they took down all of the different waves of enemies until they were finally approached by Team Jonas, but Team Jonas ultimately wasn't able to wrestle that artifact away from them. So of course they were going to take the L there, because the artifact wasn't on their ship. But seeing how Team Summit was able to take that win, of course, I'm not surprised. I would be surprised if they don't take the next win too. But hey, maybe I'm biased.
Maybe a little bit. I'm sensing a bit of bias there, but I think it's bias based on on observations, right, in previous games. So I can't fault you for that. But I just go back to like how well prepared our winners that we saw were, right? Where they knew that, were like, all right, if we can just grab the artifact and just get it on our ship, it's going to be very difficult for people to come in and take it from us. And combined with, again, they got that start and they had so much HP remaining from avoiding ship-to-ship fights, they really executed what seemed to be their plan well. So I'm curious to see if, now that that's been seen, if other teams in the group are going to adapt to that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah. When you think about it, as soon as you have that artifact, there's a target on your back. So it helps to have a ship that's going to offer you more safety. And in game number 2, we'll have to see if the strategies end up changing for each of these squads. Who's going to come out on top? Doa, you said you think teams are only going to win one game each of these times.
That's my theory.
So let's go ahead and find out. Yeah.
Here we are, obviously, in game number 2. And I believe we're watching the other group this time around.
Oh yeah, we are already in here, and it looks like here are the hazards. It says it's updating at the moment. Let's see what we've got on there.
Yeah, what is it going to be? Hopefully we find out. Nope, it doesn't look like. Maybe we'll get a glimpse of it, but we might be able to tell as we check out all the ships. Oh, okay, a lot of the PvP ships here, for lack of a better term, a lot of the privateers. Those are the ones with all the guns on the front. You've got 6 guns on the front of the ship, between 2 on the front and 2 on each side. And I think we saw 1 hunter, which is a standard one. That ship right there in front of us, that is going to be the ship you're going to want to swing in behind someone and just absolutely destroy them with a ton of cannons.
I don't see any core, do we? Oh, there we go.
Yeah, 100%. And here we go. Here is the man, Summit 1G. Again, I'm biased because, Doa, I feel like both of us have cast so many different esports and competitive events at this point, and I've just seen Summit walk away with the trophy way too many times. So you know what? I want someone to take away the wins from him this time as they break into this next little area. And actually, is this one of those puzzle challenges that you had told me about?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of different sort of PvE encounters in these points of interest, and this is one where you just have to grab fuel cells, and you have to install them in these machines while you fight off waves of enemies, too. And once you're done with that, then you can claim the loot. As you can see, there's big sort of leeches or snake monsters, not leeches, coming out of the ground that you have to worry about.
You see where I'm going? I'm going to mark them for you. They're right over there.
Reach beasts.
Keep going. You guys are good right now. Looks like
Yeah, I believe those are called reach beasts.
They are. They're going to the PvP zone right next to us.
We have to kill these guys.
No, we don't. Just kill that, though. Just get this. Keep it the plan. Keep it the plan in. You can res me?
There's a ship within 1,000 meters of them, too, so you got to be careful here. I don't think you want to fight this early, though.
One more part. Where is it?
Down here, I got it.
You sure?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
There it is.
We finished? Going to loot room now?
Open.
There.
Nothing.
800 meters. We gotta go. Wait, there's a gun here. I'm getting the gun. Quad cannon. Got a quad cannon.
Oh, fuck, you put it on to front.
Left, just like front right.
Right, yeah.
Racing to get the turrets installed in the ship because it looks like we might have ourselves a fight here. Quad cannon is just an upgrade of the basic cannon, essentially, but it does pack a punch. Oh, they're too far away, though. Yeah, I don't think you're going to take that fight.
Yeah, we had time.
You scared me. We could have got the other loot.
Yeah, maybe. It's early to take a fight. You don't have a ton of loot yet.
Yeah,
it's a risk, but we'll see how it goes.
Hey, don't forget to get recharge.
Here, gosh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going back to get the other loot.
I'm just pointing our ship towards them. We have an idea.
I'm going to keep eye on them. I'm out.
I'm going to grab one of these
holding the sonic boom. That's kind of your shotgun, basically. A lot of damage at short range. Playing Ion, the prospector, you can one-shot other prospectors with melee, and again, you can damage ships with your melee. So a strong attacker character.
I think that it's so smart that we heard one of the teammates say that they were repositioning the ship's direction just so that they can get away quickly if they need to, since we see the Scent Devil's ship so close to them at the moment.
Yep. And all the ship names are random, by the way.
So you're telling me that they didn't name themselves Scent Devils?
Believe it or not. Believe it or not, they did not name themselves that. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. There's something on this side of the wall.
I mean, I might name my ship that. I don't know about you.
You can shoot through.
Okay, so speaking to the dev team. Oh, hold up. Wait, this is my girl, Deer, Play What You Fear. Her and this squad all coordinated their outfits today. It's Deer, Lady Lay, Evil Queen, and Trashly. I'm excited for this group. They excel with horror games, specifically games like Dead by Daylight. So I don't know exactly how that gameplay is going to help them in Wildgate, but I fear that they will slay any challenge that they come up to. That's my general opinion, Doa.
Coordinating outfits is impressive, but you got to have that coordination in the reach, too, if you're going to take a win in Wildgate. So we'll see what they can do. But gathering a lot of ice is a great start. I mean, being able to heal your ship is believe it or not, pretty important.
Oh, I love this. Apparently, according to Twitch chat, this team is called Team Died. I'm assuming it's because Deer, It's Lady Lay, Evil Queen, and then Drag Trashly.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, I feel like we should have realized that. Oh, well.
All right, and already we're swapping over to Team Jonas, who got absolutely obliterated by Dude with a laser beam, Doa.
Oh, my gosh. Like, so I'm telling you, some of these PvE enemies are terrifying. Captain First Class over there. I have not ran into that yet in my games, but I do not want to fight it.
There's shit happening on this side right now.
Yeah, I wonder if because we were playing against, maybe AI, we didn't see some of these bigger, tougher PvE enemies that our players are currently running into.
Yeah, I'm not sure if those are in those games, but I haven't seen those in any of my PvP games too. My regular ones either. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
They said surprise.
Indeed, I like it. I mean, I feel like I know about as much as the game as you can right now, but there's still so much yet to explore. This game is gigantic already.
Oh, huge.
Nice.
And this is good because this is something that I didn't really think of until maybe the second game that I was playing. When you're doing combat, you can also fly vertically instead of just, you know, strafing left and right to try to avoid some of these bullets that are flying towards you. So I really like the difference in directions that you could go, either with your ship, with your character, or just anything in general.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you got a jetpack. It doesn't run out of fuel either. You can kind of just use it indefinitely. The only thing holding you back in space is your air, right? Unless you're playing Venture. If you're playing the robot, you don't need air. Everyone else needs air after about 2 minutes.
Yeah, and what was interesting, I kind of pulled up some of the players' streams in between our little break, and I saw some people switching up the different characters that they were playing. Because as you said, Robot Man doesn't need air, which is fantastic, and has the auto reload. There's one character that I believe heals after killing someone, and there's just a lot of different things.
Yeah, I mean, Samo is kind of your ship defender. It kind of looks like a big goat dude if you see him on the screen anywhere. Definitely your ship defender. Heals after killing an enemy prospector. Can see things through. Oh, that's a big enemy.
Wait, are they screaming meatball? Let's listen in.
Oh, dude. We gotta cap it though. We gotta cap. I'm gonna die for the. I'm dying for the cap. I'm dying for the cap. Res me.
Pick up John. Can someone? Okay, I'm picking up John.
Oh.
So if we have multiple people in there with
What?
us,
That was chaotic. We'll see if they manage to claim monolith there.
Yeah, I feel like we left in a very pivotal moment. John goes down going, revive me! Wait, did Deer just find the artifact?
That is the artifact,
She's
yeah.
scared to
I'd be
grab
scared
it,
to
she
grab it
says.
too. I'd be scared to grab it too if I were you. I mean, the thing is the artifact is usually in the monolith, but it isn't always in the monolith, and it appears that Team Died has managed to find it in just a tiny little POI, a tiny little point of interest. So, yeah, now the question is, do you grab it? I say no. I say do not grab it. Look at the Wildgate charge. It's only 25%. How long would you have to try to live holding that thing if you want to get through? I would say keep an eye about, keep in mind where it is, but do not pick that thing up yet.
Yeah, I wonder if they just farm up the other little spots around them to try to build up their turrets, and then just wait until it's maybe at like 80 or 90% before picking that up and running. But meanwhile, we see Team Summit, who has the Scent Devils in their sight. Was he trying to shoot someone in the air? Get sniped by Jonas. Goodbye.
Yeah, he missed that first shot. That's it's going to be a little bit rough. There's nothing to hide behind there, but it looks like Jonas coming in. He's going to break through the windshield. You can see him smashing it out with Ion. Pulling out the side launch, fires a big wide beam, and that's enough to do the job there on Aku.
Shield's done. Nice.
Oh, they lowered the shields too.
Shoot the ship with your gun. The ship's done.
Team Jonas knows how to take down a ship.
Yep. I'm looking for intruders. I got average Jonas dead. Help.
You're dead?
Our ship. They're probably gonna be on our ship.
It's okay. It's okay.
Don't test a legend. Oh, it's not breaking. Yeah.
All right, 5 up doing a pretty good job defending here.
I got some more stuff.
I keep killing them. Start a reactor.
They're all dead right now. They're all dead right now.
Oh no, that's the enemy ship.
We're at 28%.
And then we go back to Team Died going, should we pick this up, Queen? I don't know yet.
It's much more peaceful over on Team Died's perspective right now.
Right? Okay, here's the thing. I'm gonna throw this out into the world, Doa. Okay, are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
So in Dead by Daylight, again, the game where these queens excel, a lot of the gameplay is, running around corners, throwing those pallets down and avoiding people, right? Maybe they pick up the artifact and are able to use some of that avoidance to their advantage.
It's possible, but with 30% on the Wildgate, that is a lot of avoidance you're going to need. I think they can just chill, though,
Yes, it would be difficult, but oh my goodness, I absolutely love this crazy back-to-back infiltration. We see 5 up going crazy with this, lowering shields, throwing up his own shields, 1v2 inside enemy base, 1v3, excuse me, is able to find one. Is that 2? Going for the third, finds 3!
How did 5 up live through that?
They're done.
That was crazy, and they got him. Oh, wow. He died to the ship explosion, but that is worth. Woo. That is another ship kill for average Jonas and Co.
That was crazy.
Oh my goodness. And remember here, Doa, those 2 win conditions that you had mentioned when we started the day. Sure, you could take the artifact and leave. Or You could just kill everyone else on the map and win by default. So maybe that's the strategy that Team Jonas is going for here today.
Certainly could be. I mean, they know what they're doing. I feel like ship combat is what's been practiced the most here, but we have Scenic perhaps doing a little bit of sneaking, but no, okay, turning it around. I see, just probing here.
Yeah,
I was
Shonic
hoping we were going to
is-
see another infiltration, but not quite.
I wonder if they're trying to figure out where the artifact is because they went through the monolith and didn't find it.
Yeah, it's totally possible. One does wonder. Because again, you can look at the artifact, but if it's not picked up,
I see
you
where
don't
they
see
killed
it.
someone's ship. I see it.
Justice in box.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. If your ship weapons are firing, you are visible on the map. And if your ship is taking damage, you are visible on the map. So when Jonas is out there fighting other ships, you're kind of broadcasting where you and that ship you're fighting are as well. And it looks like Team Disguised Toast may be trying to swoop in to take advantage. Uh-oh. Tried to take a, looks like a ship core there.
Man front.
Chubbington.
Yeah, man.
I see a probe right here.
Man front.
The chaos of, is there someone on our ship?
All right, this is Team Miss Ash Rocks. This is the first time we've taken their POV. We've got Girly Ash Rocks at the helm. We've got Chubbs, a thick boy Bakey, and Bernardino on this squad. Looks like they're currently taking shots at first and last out squad. I believe that might be Team Toast.
Could be, yeah. Meanwhile, on board with Bakey, as we see maybe a little bit of infiltration here on first in, last out. Again, you can get in from the top of this one. This is at Hunter ships. It's not really those security doors. Ooh. Oh, switch of weapons cost him. Ooh, ouch.
Okay, so it looks like Chubbs has broken in. He sees John, tries to take a shot. He's going to go around the ship, trying to maybe get a little bit of that health back.
They're on the edge of the map. In fact, they're descending right now, and this may be by design. The enemy team may have descended the ship off the edge of the map. You're just going to take consistent damage once you reach the edge of the map. So this is a really quick way to take down a ship if they can't recover.
Yeah, I wonder if Team Toast knows that. If we're able to take a look at Team Toast POV to see if they know that they're at the edge of the map?
They definitely know. It tells you on your screen. It's like you're at the edge of the map. It is not subtle about letting you know that your ship is dying rapidly.
Okay, great.
Yeah. You got to get out of there, though. Looks like they recovered, and looks like they're fine, actually. 150 HP. Oh, never mind. They're totally fine right now.
Oh, shit, this ship is shooting us. Deep fish?
They're shooting us? Motherfucker.
Alright, guys, remember. Open with cannons first and then board. We're not doing a lot if we board from far away.
Okay, come. Do we have
That's
any mines that I can
Great.
We have one bomb trap to our right, close right.
Okay, heard.
There's a lot of ships very close to each other on this particular map.
I appreciate that comms, though, from Toast, giving that clear direction, saying, like, listen, open up with the turrets. We have to get close to them. We can't just infiltrate from this far away.
Nah, we need to kill these kids.
Here's the thing, though, Avali, is you absolutely can infiltrate from far away if you use the turbine, zip through space. So that may be a deadly miscalculation if he thinks that ships have to be close for infiltrations to happen.
Oh, no.
There's some ice right here.
Yeah, just keep.
You may as well grab it. We should be good. They stopped.
Yeah, here's where, I mean, when you're constantly fighting like this, here's where the ice reserves really become important, right? Because once you run out of ice, then your ship starts to take damage, you can't heal, and you have to decide either to run or, you know, just die, I guess. Probably choose run at that point.
Yeah, what's interesting is, so we know that Team Died knows where the artifact is.
Right.
They aren't picking it up. Are they, again, staying in that area, or what is their game plan?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like they're kind of sticking relatively close. There's going to be a lot of points of interest to go explore and do PvE, but I think they're doing the smart thing right now. They just go, keep making their ship stronger, keep gathering loot, and if you know where the artifact is, you know, once the gate gets to around 70% completion, just go grab it and start making a run for it. Seems smart to me.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what are they discussing
I'm
now?
talking to Jonas. You can fly.
Oh, here we go.
Should you? We're both probing right now. Do you want both of us to probe, or should I get ice?
You can probe.
Okay.
Is there more? There's more stuff to recycle too, by the way.
Cool.
You got a Sal bomb trap. That's one of the special items you can get from recycling things with Sal sometimes. That can do 30 damage if you install it on an enemy ship and they can't disarm it in time.
There's a lot of ice coming to where I'm at right now in front of me.
Okay, I'm gonna help with that then, because I think we need more.
And as Team Jonas is discussing gathering ice, gathering fuel, gathering all of these different pieces of resources, how important would you say it is to make sure that you are stocked up for when you're having these ship fights?
Oh, I mean, it's the difference between life and death. Oh, and look at that big orange beam, the big kind of chainsaw-looking beam on the front of the ship. That's a laser ram. And if you put that into your opponent's ship, they are going to be feeling some serious pain.
Yeah, we should.
But you do have to be close, correct? Yes, yeah.
Yeah, very close. Yeah, you have to actually touch them with it. It's a ram, and so you got to ram them. But man, if you can do it, I've seen that thing kill ships real quick.
Sit in front of it with if they're stopped right here, if they stop to go to this place,
yeah,
I think they're going to. We just ram them. Just
I'm just trying to get like high ground on them so they won't.
Yeah, I think they're stopping down here.
I like the plan.
There's a
you got a
plane
laser ram. You got to use it.
Ice is in.
Where's the probe?
I'm having an interaction with him.
Stop! What?
Oh wow, nice shot.
Nobody probing my team, bruh.
I didn't know you could actually snipe probes like that. I mean, I knew you could destroy them, but that was a nice shot by Jonas.
So respectfully, you can't snipe that, but Jonas can.
I mean, you know, I will say I've shot moving players with a ship cannon before. So it's you can hit some crazy shots with stuff.
No,
that
absolutely.
was an amazing shot though.
Absolutely, man.
I'm just hanging out.
Okay, it looks like they're flying over this point as well.
Deep dish and deep cover, but if average Jonas and their ship can descend from behind, there are not a lot of cannons on the back of that ship.
Wait a second. They have two people who have infiltrated. Chubbs actually broke in and was able to take down both 5-Up, Keo, and Jerb.
Yeah.
Looks like the reses are happening. Jonas has returned to the ship, playing a little bit of defense.
Let me just look around.
Right. And that's you know, I mean, that's something you got to do. That's good anti-infiltration almost too. If you can get someone onto their ship, you'll be able to pull people back because they'll feel the need to defend it.
Yeah, this is actually a great question from Chat Doa from Fearin. How long is the average game of Wildgate?
Yeah, I killed two.
I would say probably around 30-ish minutes. Again, because the Wildgate takes about 25 minutes to open in most games. And so usually somebody will be going through it or the game will end soon after that happens. So I would say roughly about 30 minutes, but you have the fast gate modifier that happens sometimes. It's rare, but that means the gate is opening in about 12 minutes, and so then the game obviously can end much quicker. So, and you know, ships can just show up and fight each other, and then that can also end the game quicker too. But I would say 20 to 30 minutes is a good average for games of this.
100%. Oh no, the Queens have met Team Toast. It looks like there is a back and forth fight right now between Team Guide and Team DisguisedToast. Here we see it. Is Toast infiltrating right now?
I think he might be, yeah. Oh, is he gonna? All right, the reactor is not counting down. Is he gonna? Oh, it is. They overloaded the reactor. Now they're trying to protect it here.
Oh no!
Uh-oh, this is not looking for this. Is not looking good for Team Guide.
Wait, artifact discovered. Someone picked up the artifact.
And somebody else grabbed it.
They're turning it off. They're turning it off.
But the gate's still a ways from opening. It's not an immediate concern.
I'm going.
Wait, let's listen in.
Dead. Nice.
They're on top. There's one on top still.
They're waiting at the spawn location. The evil.
They are.
Oh,
okay, that one's down.
Yes. He's here. He's still at the reactor.
I'm moving the artifacts away from our ship. If we go down, the artifact.
That reactor is.
Wait, did you hear that?
There's two still
Yeah.
on our ship.
Did you hear that from Evil Queen saying, "I'm taking the artifact away from our ship because if we go down, they don't get
I
it."
die in one hit, and they do not die in one hit. I
mean, that's one theory.
Okay, I can pilot now.
I got one hit.
I'm gonna ram into them.
Hold on.
Looks like we have enough of their infiltration for Team Guide.
Oh, he's one there.
I'm just pulling.
They're spawning.
Oh my gosh, they're really close. I'm ramming, okay?
Oh, I think
I'm
they've got
ramming.
the beam on the front too. Oh, they've got the ram.
Stick it in. It's crazy.
Laser ram is dangerous. They're trying to run.
Sticking. They're dying.
Don't like hit him with it. Just stay close if you can.
Yeah. Got it.
Start ramming them. Yes.
Keep going.
Oh my gosh, look at the terrible damage. Goodbye, artifact.
Still coming in. I got
It's been sent off into space.
She says I'm hiding it. She says if I can't have it, no one can.
I love it. I mean, if you're holding it, it's visible on the map. So I think once you let it go, then it becomes invisible again. Oh, they've got the beam cannon too. Woo. All right.
Oh,
that ship has seen better days. 11 HP, 7 HP. Goodbye, enemy ship.
Oh gosh. Oh dear.
Oh, did we all die?
Oh wait, that was a reactor just blowing up too.
On top of our ship right now.
Yeah, so unfortunately, it looks like Team Deer or Diggy Diggy Bam Bam has been destroyed. There's only 3 teams left, and it may be 2 teams after this ship fight that we're seeing from Team Jonas and Team Deep Dish right now.
Macro cannon too is shooting that big orb that actually knocks enemy ships away if it connects.
Nice.
That is a big damage weapon here. And the ram coming in, you can see the laser ram cutting through the shields, cutting through the enemy ship. Dangerous stuff. You got to make sure to heal your ship if you get a little bit too close, but look at all the damage that's being done to Deep Dish right now.
Oh, 5-Up is able to provide backup to Jonas.
Yep. And I mean, if you can fight them, you're stopping them from repairing right now. You're stopping them from stabilizing, and that is huge. I think they've got this kill too.
Nice.
Oh, and you could hear the countdown from Jen counting down the enemy ship HP. It's exploded. That team is out. There's 2 teams left. It's Team Average Jonas and Team Disguised Toast. That artifact is floating through space right now. Is someone gonna get it first, or is someone gonna die?
You know, the thing is if you're off your ship when it explodes, you know, you're still in the game. You can't win, but as long as you're still alive, you can kind of mess with other people. At that point, I think death is final, but we'll see. We'll see how well the artifact is hidden. Oh no, wait, never mind. Somebody's got it because there it is on the map right there.
Like a guy on how to find the Waygate, guys.
But it's just Toast team and just Disguised Toast and Average Jonas' teams left. It's a 1v1 at this point.
I don't know if you heard that from, I believe it was Masayoshi or maybe Shanik, but they had said, I don't know, is there a guide in terms of where we should go right now? They don't know where the Wildgate is yet, because as you've said, it's still 25% away from being completed and open.
Oh, they found the artifact. I guess it does stay visible on the map once it's moved out, I suppose.
I think that's good. I feel like that's fair.
I've never seen the artifact just jettisoned into space like this before. That is funny.
You've never seen Team Died play then.
I guess not. No, I've never seen the hide the artifact in open space strategy before. But you know, Team Disguised Toast has picked it up, 76% on the Wildgate. So if they can find it and get there, they can snag another win, and that would be the second time I feel like where Team Average Jonas has had the win just like pulled out from under them by someone escaping with the artifact.
Oh yeah. So now everyone will know that the artifact has been picked up by a team.
Right. For sure. Yeah, everyone knows where the artifact is. Everybody knows that Toast has it because everybody is just one other ship right now. So.
Oh, that is true.
Yep.
Oh, so let's listen in.
We start by
There you go.
No, you can boost there for now.
We have 41 boosts.
Yeah, use boost.
Okay.
Okay.
They're in a scout right now too, which is the fastest ship, so they can definitely catch up.
We do, and we also have two tractor beams, so we can suck them back into the ram.
Oh my gosh.
That's a really good point. There's the Wildgate.
I have a boost soon again.
80%.
I'm gonna tractor beam them into our thing. Okay, just get close.
Okay.
This is a great idea, actually. Use the turbines to get close.
Nice. I'm putting shields up.
Yep. We have one more tractor beam.
Oh,
someone's on top of our ship already.
Okay. They were waiting.
I
killed the guy on our ship.
I'm boosting.
Yeah.
Oh, Starlance. That's a huge amount of damage if you can hit with
Can you
it.
fly above them?
Well, I'm healing this shit.
Oh, ship-to-ship contact. That laser ram is doing serious damage here. But then again, that scout does not have a lot of HPs. That's a lot of damage to Jonas's ship as well.
We're back online.
Oh my goodness, it is just damage everywhere. Everyone's breaking out that multi-tool to try to heal up in this frenzy. They need to repair the ship. Again, they have the artifact on their ship. They're the ones who need to play the massive defense right now because there's nowhere for them to run with the Wildgate not open. it.
Repair the top then.
Yeah, 82%. We got some time. I think this is going to end up with a last ship standing victory. We will see.
Are we repaired? Are we fully
Because
repaired?
nobody, only one of these two ships is going to come out of this encounter alive.
Where Toast is.
Oh, 100%.
Outside. Front side maybe?
One guy's on the ship. One guy's on the ship right now. Intruder alert.
Yeah, it's Q.
Yeah.
I'm back.
I'm trying to get the
Chaos
artifact.
begins.
Intruder.
I mean, that's the thing. If Jonas's ship can steal the artifact as well, they're faster. They might be able to get through the Wildgate. The Wildgate is close.
Okay.
They are. They're looking for the intruders, as Toast was calling out. They're trying to boost away as fast as they can. Jonas trying to break through the window with all four of his arms.
Yeah, he's got some big beefy arms, and he's breaking through the window for an easy shot. They are right on top of the Wildgate as well. But I don't think it's going to open by the time one of these ships blows up.
Oh, absolutely not. Is he going to be able to find another? Takes down Shonik. It's a 1-for-1. Unfortunately, not able to lower those shields or to hit the brakes on that ship just yet. But again, these teams are right next to each other.
Oh, nice shot.
Amazing shot.
Yeah, somebody, I think Toast said they overloaded Jonas's ship reactor. I would imagine that's been turned off by now since there's nobody over there. But it is something to think about. 100 HP for the scout over there, for the Scent Devils.
I killed one. I'm just trying to be annoying.
One thing that's great, or rather, Toast, Valor and experience. Shonik, Valor and experience. Masayoshi, Valor and experience. Sleepy, I know he plays Rivals. I'm sure there's Valor and experience. These guys know how to throw hands in a firefight.
Remember to res teammates as soon as we can. Because we have limited time. They're at 88%.
Players on each other's ships right now. There's the Wildgate right in front of us. 89% until the Wildgate opens. Or 11%, I should say. 10% now.
You can hear the stress in 5-Up in Jonas's voice when they speak.
Oh, he's overloading the reactor.
Nice.
Oh no.
All right, they can take him out. They can go and stop it.
So anti-dick plays, man.
Whoa. All right, things looking a little bit crazy right now.
Masayoshi trying to find it on Kyo.
Yeah, I mean, they've got that laser ram too. That's another thing. If you can aim that towards them as they're trying to turn it towards it, Masayoshi gets taken out. They are right in front of the Wildgate, though. If they can stay alive, if they can just live and keep the artifact on board, they can get through the Wildgate as soon as it opens. This is still really, really close.
They're right by the Waygate, though.
Yeah, you could see the balance. People trying to, again, try to infiltrate Team Jonas's ship.
Wait a second. They are not actually near the Wildgate with the artifact. I am wrong.
No.
They flew away. They were close. They were close, and then they backed away a bit. So now, first in, last out has some distance to cover, but they've got 160 HP and the artifact, so they are in a good spot to do it.
Get on their ship and like take the
Yeah, I feel like. Oh, actually, listen into what they're trying to do.
Okay, I'm coming to you.
He teleported back.
Okay. I'm boosting,
so right now they're trying to figure out a defensive plan because.
Right.
Oh.
I'm gonna TP back.
They're gonna
Here
crash
we see.
into this
Look
thing.
at that ship.
They're crashing.
5-Up currently
moss.
invisible thanks to the character that he is playing. He's gonna try to find a way in. There's one person on it. If he could take out Shonik, then he might be able to find an infiltration. 5-Up takes out Shonik, but not before Shonik takes out Jonas. Jen is down.
Little bit of laser ram action, but it looked like the other ship managed to avoid them for the moment. And I gotta say, Average Jonas and co look like they're in trouble. It doesn't look like they're making any headway in terms of either stealing the artifact or taking down the enemy ship. And this Wildgate is only 4% from opening.
Yeah, we are only a few minutes away, potentially, from the end of this game. That artifact is hidden so well in the back of their ship. If Team Jonas wants to try to steal it, they're going to have to go deep. And unfortunately, they're just not able to make any distance into this ship.
Yeah, you just got to play defense right now. Oh, the laser ram! The laser ram managed to cut through their ship a little bit, but it looks like the repairing is on point for Masayoshi here. So they're doing okay. Yeah, I mean, if you're on top of things, you can repair pretty quickly. You just got to be on top of the ice too, but they have so much HP left.
They have.
Wait, did they?
Wait, no, we haven't.
Did they steal the artifact?
Wait,
no.
Go to the gate.
Oh, they took the artifact. 5-Up stole it.
Carrying the ship right now.
5-Up stole it. 98%. Can they get to the gate? Can they do it?
Just go straight in.
Jen is at the wheel, girl. Put the foot all the way to the floor. You need to hit that gate 1% open. By the time she gets there, it should be open. Oh my goodness, everyone needs to play crazy defense.
They are in the fastest ship. Repair drone out to try to repair the window here. Turning to the Wildgate. There it is, right in front. They got to just turn to it. The Wildgate is open. If Jonas and Co can get there, they will have swiped the Wildgate and swiped the victory as well.
I got it.
Oh, this guy's toast. He takes the artifact back. Can he get to his ship in time?
Help, where are you?
Help, you guys, help!
He got it. Oh, he's dead, he's dead.
Everyone,
Go. Artifact, shoot this guy, please shoot this guy.
Oh my gosh, this is insane. All right.
The artifact is just drifting outside, but of course Team 5-Up is closer. 5-Up trying to get into the ship.
I'm boosting, ready?
Get on the ship, get on the ship. They got it.
Oh my god! What the hell?
Jesus,
fuck!
Wow, average Jonas and company. Well, like you predicted, Avali.
Fact in there, dude.
They got it. They managed to swipe it at the very last second. I can't believe it.
Oh
Now
my
going up the other
goodness.
group.
Now I know we are looking at Group B, but just again, Doa, to tie that up for a second, what a crazy final firefight. We saw the infiltration from both teams, back and forth, but I don't think anyone saw the sneaky 5-Up infiltration, grab the artifact and run strat coming, because when he was able to pull that off, everyone went, wait a second, we don't have the artifact? And chaos went crazy. Jen said, I'm gunning it for the gate, and they were able to find that win. So just like the first game that we saw, Doa, it ain't over till it's over.
No kidding. I thought Toast and Co were doing a great job of playing defense, but 5-Up just sneaking in there, grabbing the artifact, and that's all it took. And this game is kind of crazy, too, for a different reason. We're at 94% for Wildgate opening, and there are still 4 out of 5 ships remaining.
This is
But now the action's
pacifist
happening.
group. All right, we see a little bit of firefighting between Team Calibers and this a relaxed cliff ship that we see on the other side. But yes, as you said, no artifact in possession yet.
Yeah, the thermic cannon being put to good use here by Char. This is kind of your machine gun, for lack of a better term, as far as ship turrets goes. And it's not the strongest shot per shot, but you know, if you get a hole in the shields and you're accurate, you can do a lot of consistent damage.
And just as we speak, it looks like Tasmo of Team Caliverse is gonna try to make a sneaky little infiltration. He's staying
if you can
quiet.
steal their laser ram,
It is a
I mean,
laser
that's
ram.
the thing you gotta do. You gotta steal the laser ram,
I feel like
you know?
they're a little bit faster than us, so I can't challenge them.
Oh, okay.
And now that's the only
I'm gonna head back
loadout
into the
weapon
storm.
that can actually damage ships.
Towards the
Kind of a little bit of a rocket launcher kind of thing.
Oh my god, he's coming in.
It's called the double whammy.
It looks like 2 down on the Team Darkness side.
I'm on top of our ship right now. I'm just watching.
Nice. I'm gonna head towards their ship.
All right.
Gonna put pressure on them?
98%. The thing is, the gate is going to open momentarily.
And
How
I
close
wonder.
is the artifact, though?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out as well. It is far. Look at that. Just in that quick little tab,
wow,
we see
yeah.
it all the way down by about F6. And the gate itself is maybe B2-ish. Either way, it is a significant distance, Doa.
Oh, totally. I mean, this run for the Wildgate is going to be crazy because everybody's going to be ready. Everybody's going to be ready for whatever team is going to try to move the artifact.
Wildgate's open.
And the Wildgate's open. Wildgate is open with 4 out of 5 ships left, and the artifact almost 2,000 meters away, I believe.
Artifact's close.
That is
How
crazy.
Wild. And you can see, actually, on Team Darkness, not a lot of probing being done. Usually we've seen, I think in Group A, a lot of people open up their chat, and all of those points of interest have been scanned and placed on their map. But it looks like for this squad, not a lot of exploration, especially this far into the game. And here we go. The artifact has been claimed by a team. We aren't sure which team it is just yet. We just know it ain't Darkness.
Yep.
It's
All right,
CDN again!
Yep.
I got a mega core.
Bringing in the artifact. Can they get to the Wildgate, though? It is open. All they need to do is get there and live, right?
Oh,
right,
that's
there's
a
a trap.
good spot. And was that a trap that he put down there too, Doa?
That's right. He put a sensor trap in front of it as well. Again, they are piloting that big tanky ship called the Bastion. You can see a sensor trap on the ramp in front of the only door that can be opened from the outside, and another sensor trap in front of the artifact underneath that little alcove there. So that artifact is going to be extremely difficult to steal. The sensor trap will stick you in place. It'll hold you in place for a couple seconds and alert everyone that you're there. So you often do not live very long after tripping one of those.
I don't even think we need a pro. I don't think we need that.
Okay.
I think you just fucking.
Looks like moving something around here. Yep, deciding to put the quad can on the back of the ship because they know that they are going to be facing fire from behind if they're the ones making the run for the Wildgate.
Oh, how smart. I didn't even think about that, Doa. Look at you, Mr. Man of Strategy. But what a smart way to think about it, because if there are teams that are just trying to catch up to them from behind, being able to just fire lasers at their faces from the back is a great strategy to have. But what happens if they start coming from the side?
We need to replace his bomb cannon. We need to replace his bomb cannon with something because it's just
bomb cannon too. So the bomb cannon is kind of neat. It sticks, shoots a bomb that sticks to the enemy ship, and then you need another weapon to detonate it. So it's a combo kind of thing, but it can do a lot of damage if it hits. Relaxed Cliff with a couple holes in their shields. They're going to descend into the fog to try to avoid some of this fire, it looks like.
We have 400 ammo. We got to lay into these guys trying to get us.
Now,
it's good damage, though.
Yeah, the ship is pretty far away.
Yeah, that quad cannon can reach it. Oh, there's the bomb cannon. Can they detonate it? Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at those big chunks of damage being done. There's another bomb. The bomb cannon takes a long time to load up. Looks like that was another hit there. Can they detonate it again? Maybe they can. Either way, that's going to be some repairing needed by a relaxed Cliff there.
We might want to turn off this.
Let me know when they're. Pay attention to when they board, so I can zap them off the back.
Okay.
Oh, they must have a shock barrier on the ship. There is a different hard point upgrade you can get for the ship that kind of creates an electrical field around it to also help repel boarders.
How do I fix this?
Repair.
Need somebody else to
Engines,
help.
it looks like out there, maybe?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're absolutely right. And you said, so teach me this, because you were discussing this a little bit when we were playing today. You can specifically shoot out the engines to slow them down?
Yeah, you can. And the engines will drop turbines when destroyed, too, and fuel. So you can also benefit from doing that to an enemy ship. Oh, speaking of turbines, the Tura using it to turbine into the back of the ship here, and can he cause some chaos?
Uh-oh, he's trying to be stealthy.
All right, one
stealthy
down.
No more as he finds a kill onto Butter his Pro. Oh! Got taken out.
Yeah, taken down by Tasmo. So just a peek inside the enemy ship to see if you can kind of get a sense of where things are. That might be useful for later infiltration.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like Team CDN is the only squad that we've seen so far that is using this particular ship. And for that reason, I feel like when people are infiltrating the ship for the first time, they're getting lost. They're trying to figure out the configuration, where to be going. But actually, right underneath them is the ship with the artifact. It is an attack from above, Doa. And it looks like we might see a little bit of infiltration.
Yeah, it looks like Butter's Pro sitting out on top, going to help Char here with the infiltration. They put down the attack drone in case anyone comes out to try to fight them on top of the ship here. Yeah, you need a different weapon. Oh, and that's that shock barrier.
Oh!
Yep. You activate that, and anyone standing outside the ship is going to have a bad time.
Talk me through that, Doa. Is that a one-time use, rechargeable?
I believe it recharges over time, but it's one of the upgrades you can install in the hard points on the ship. You just need somebody standing there to activate it.
Ooh, how great. And that's a perfect example of good comms leading to good
really good.
kills.
One more.
All right, well, the Wildgate's open. You know, we know that if they can get there with the artifact, they can just win the game. And, you know, it doesn't look like... We got a ton of ships here, by the way. Can they stop them? There's a boost again. The sequel coming in from the side with the scout. So fastest ship, but also the most fragile.
Ooh, I wonder if through the power of friendship, these other enemy teams will be able to stop Team CDN. We see members of Team CDN trying to infiltrate these other ships, slow them down a little bit. But as you said, that ram is slicing through the back of the ship. So much damage from Caliverse. Girl, slow down!
A little bit close with the laser ram. You've done some damage, but you've taken so much, and you can see on board with Pace making a run for the Wildgate. They're so close. They've got tons of HP. I don't think anyone can stop them unless they just steal the artifact. And again, you see the power of the Bastion. This ship is so hard to infiltrate and take down, but everyone's trying right now.
Their boost! Use the boost!
It doesn't matter if enemies are on your ship when you go through. If you've got the artifact, you're in good shape.
Artifact is still hidden underneath the stair. They are getting closer, and that's the win!
What a run across the map from Pace and Co. That was a pretty epic journey, and you know, you saw there were like 3 other ships trying to take them down, but they just couldn't do it. Great defense to make that run.
Again, huge shout out to Team Caliverse, though, for those attempts at the last second. That battering ram or the laser ram that I think you were talking about, just slicing through the ship. But unfortunately, with that tanky thing floating through space, it just wasn't enough. So that's the second win in a row for Team CDN now, and very deserved.
Which is extremely impressive, working our way backwards a bit since we were just witnessing Group B and CDN's consecutive victories here. Doa, I was really impressed by the way they prepared their ship in anticipation of the chase, making sure they were able to defend themselves looking back.
Yeah, just gotta find the artifact and then get ready for everybody to come for you, right? And they were really ready for that. I think the Bastion is a perfect ship if you're gonna employ that kind of strategy. You can tell that they were loaded up with the sensor traps to be prepared for boarders. So yeah, I think they were very well prepared and already proving me wrong. I thought we weren't gonna see a team win it more than once, but they already did that. So now we'll see if they can do it 3 in a row. That would really be impressive. But honestly, I think they've got a great strat lined up for it.
And both of their matches ended up being ones where 4 ships were still alive by the end, and it was a complete artifact win. So taking a look at the winners, as we noted, CDN's team coming out victorious once again. But I do believe, Ovally, that Team Average Jonas may have been tilted if they once again had the win ripped away from them at last moment. That artifact may as well have been a ping pong ball the way it was going back and forth between them and DisguisedToast.
Oh, if there's an MVP award today, it needs to go to 5UP, because that stealthy infiltration, the silent let me grab this artifact and run, you could hear the confusion in Team Toast's voices when they said, wait, where's the artifact? Like, oh my goodness, breaking ankles there. And then just the absolute Jen, again, racing through that gate while Jonas and the others were fending off all of the attackers. Picture perfect. Toast tried to get his hands on it and escape, died right outside the ship. So, that was, I think, a very exciting end to that second game.
Yeah, I love it. I love it where we see, you know, we're talking about DisguisedToast and his team doing so well defending, and they're like, oh, breath of relief. They're finally all dead. And it's like, wait, where'd the artifact go?
Oh, and actually, this Group A for Game 3, this is again going to be between Toast and Jonas. I firmly believe. We've seen bits and pieces of Astacross. We've seen only a little bit from Miss Ash and Tatted Poodle. But I mean, if we're thinking of the figureheads or who to beat, I would say that the other 3 need to gang up on those 2.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Meanwhile, the other group, and we kind of mix the teams around the different groups. It's not static, Group A, Group B. Everything gets mixed up each game. So here we see if CDN the third can go for their 3rd win in a row. I mean, they got 3rd in the title, so, you know, it seems like they're kind of just saying it from the beginning, aren't they?
Yeah. The three-peat, rather, is what they are for sure going for, and I'm sure they'll commit to a similar strategy that's worked for them thus far. Ovally, do want to give a shout out to Team Died. They took hiding in plain sight a little literally with the way they approached that artifact.
Listen, Team Died, they have a special place in my heart. Not on the leaderboard, but in my heart, okay? I want to see those queens do the best they can, and right now they are trying. I like the strategy. Very evil of Evil Queen to be hiding that artifact behind an asteroid, but, you know, maybe it would have helped if they were on the ship defending their friends.
Perhaps.
Yeah,
Sorry, queens. Sorry, queens.
You can. I appreciate that they saved my voice. I didn't have to be yelling when we were on their POV. It was nice and calm. Like, oh, we found the artifact. We're just gonna chill for a little bit, you know, and you know, trying to stay out of the way, stay unnoticed until you can make a run is not a bad idea. But unfortunately, people picked up on it.
Yes, chill as their vibes were, it was definitely still a memorable moment. And chat, If you've been here before, you're familiar. Our friends at State Farm need your help selecting the perfect moment for us to shine a bright light on during our State Farm Spotlight. So go ahead and check out that poll now and choose one that you would like to see us break down later in the show. I think there are a lot of moments that we can choose from, but I do want to shine a quick spotlight myself on the prospectors, because the way that these were designed for this game, it's not necessarily supposed to be this element where you, as someone facing off against prospectors, you're altering your gameplay so much, right? It's a consideration that you take in the way you approach your style. And obviously, you noted how 5-Up was going in there, having the sneak attack. And who was 5-Up using? Moths, able to be invisible until approaching that ship, using that increase of speed to do it. So I don't think it's a surprise that those that wanted to play aggro were using this prospector.
Oh, 100%. And then what was Forearms, Doa? Forearms just bashing on these walls, because I feel like that was also a game-changing prospector, especially for these infiltrators.
I mean, Ion is the best infiltrator. Well, not the best. Okay, so Moths has stealth. Ion has brute force, right? Moths can sneak in there, being invisible in space. Ion can just kind of like bust through a window, like we saw Jonas do a bunch of times, bust through a security door. He can actually walk up and just hit turrets until they die too. He can damage ships with his melee attack, and his melee attack also one-shots enemy prospectors as well. So he is strong. He's the brawler, right? The one prospector I'm a little bit surprised we aren't seeing more of is Samo. That's kind of, again, like the big goat guy I was talking about. He's a great ship defender. The biggest thing is that when enemies are on your ship, you can see them through walls. You'll see like a little silhouette. So there's no hiding from Samo. So if you got one on your team, then maybe it's a little bit less likely that someone can come in and steal the artifact away. So maybe run one, but the team compositions, right? The passive that you want to bring in is still very much like being experimented with right now.
Yeah. Many were using Venture, for instance, to be able to hover out in space and not use oxygen so they can get that intel and try and approach the ships as well. Maybe we'll see a switch up in game number 3. We are only halfway through the matches that we have planned for today. So I know we're ready for more gameplay. Doa and Avli, let's get into it once more.
All right.
Oh, it looks like we have a mini player on screen. I'm so sorry to interrupt, Doa, but it looks like Astacross may want to do a surprise substitution since he's been struggling a little bit in the game. Oh no, where did he go?
Up the green screen? That's so nice. Yeah. I just need someone to hold up my green screen the entire time too. Okay, wait. What is it? Powerful artifact? I didn't see the other ones.
I'm so sorry. I completely distracted you.
Nah, it's fine. So.
Oh, here we go. Powerful artifact, cosmic storm, and leech swarms, which are those sneaky little things that we ran into this morning.
Yeah, that's right. So the leech swarms, you'll get little bugs on your ship over time, and they'll do a little bit of damage to you here and there. I think they drain fuel from you. If you kill them, you can pick up fuel that they drop. But the big danger is that these leeches, the reach leeches, once they feed long enough, will get big and white and glowing. And if an enemy shoots one attached to your ship, it will explode and damage your ship. So you really don't want to let them get out of control.
Oh yeah, and okay, so here are the enemies that we haven't seen that much, but I personally like, especially as we were talking about a lot of the game dev team working on products like Here's the Storm, StarCraft. I call these guys the little baneling dudes because look, they just run at you and explode.
Yeah, they definitely got a little bit of that DNA, it seems like. Yep. The Zygloms are super annoying, though. You got to kill the eggs to stop the infestation from happening, essentially. Oh, by the way, too, obviously our streamers are the only ones that can play the game right now today. But if you go to playwildgate.com, you can sign up for a chance to play in the beta next week. So definitely go do that if you're interested in playing, because there's a shot that you could be playing it in about a week from now right now. So, and I'd love to see you in game. Just please don't blow up my ship.
I'm sorry, Doa, what's the name? Because I'm going to go to it right now.
Playwildgate.com.
I'm in there.
There you go.
Oh, it says you've crashed your ship into asteroids too many times. You're not allowed to play. Dang it.
Oh, you need a cooldown for that. You need to take your ship driver's test again, I guess. It happens to all of us, you know.
It does. It's just that part of life.
A little ship ammo outside there, and again, I believe those the ammo is, obviously something that keeps your ship's turrets firing. All the turrets share ammo, so you don't need specific ammo for specific turrets or anything like that.
Okay, so I'm gonna go upgrade the front
And as we see, the exploring and looting phase of things happening, it's quiet. Almost too quiet
just
for
the
now.
booster.
Oh, by the way, that clamp jet that he just picked up, I gotta go over that again, Avali. I mean,
Oh, please do.
You can attach it to basically anything. So the idea is you walk up, you left click to attach it to something, then you shoot it with a weapon and it activates it. It's a rocket booster. So you can attach it, say to the top of your enemy ship and then shoot it, and it will force them down. You can attach it to an enemy prospector and shoot it, and they'll fly off into space. You can put it on items. You can put it on the artifact. You can attach it to almost anything. So the clamp jet is definitely an item that people are going to want to learn how to use because you can do lots of crazy stuff with it.
Yeah, the Explorer. Okay.
Oh, absolutely. Again, we are at the beginning of the game, but I want to see more people using probes, Doa. I just want to see more people using probes. Now, what does this repair me?
It looks like it could be a little PvE objective. Again, there's so many different little PvE puzzles and objectives in the game. I've seen a lot of them, but I don't believe I've even seen all of them, despite the amount of games I played. This, again, for a game that just got announced, it's huge. There's a lot in this game already.
Oh, 100%. So much to learn, so much to experience, and again, so much to explore because we played a couple games, we've seen a couple games, but I think this is one of the first times that we're seeing this specific type of building, I'd say, with this kind of like overgrown foliage and all that stuff. What's this purple thing that's just flying through?
It looks like something that hurts you when you stand in it, so I wouldn't advise that. Like I said, I'm seeing a bunch of new stuff too. It's kind of fun, but they're replacing the fuse box parts in this colony base. It looks like you can always see the objective in the upper left part of the screen when you're in one of these points of interest. There's that star lance again. That's one of my favorite items in the game. Just being able to just like snipe an enemy ship is so much fun.
But it being only one use, is that correct?
So the green version, the uncommon version has 3 shots. The ancient Star Lance has 6 shots.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yep.
I thought
There's
when it
different
popped up,
rarities
it
of
said single, but okay, perfect. So you can use it at least a couple times before it's done.
Yeah, not a lot of shots, and it's not easy to hit things with, but like I said, you can blow open a door, you can shoot out a window. And it goes through shields, too. It hits 2 things in a line. So that means it can go through the shields and punch a hole in that, and then hit something behind it. And that hole in the shield stays for a while, too. So you can use the Star Lance to open up a hole in the shields for your teammates to shoot through with the turrets, too. So there's a lot of good setup stuff. You can, like, shoot through a security door right as your other teammates are about to go through it and infiltrate. The Star Lance is kind of like a key to unlocking a lot of really interesting strats.
I'm looking at the prospector layout for Team Jonas. We see 5 up again on our sneaky boy. We see Jerbifer on that Sal, I believe, who can do all of those resource recycling to get those extra stuff. And then Keo and Jonas both sharing the same prospector there. I'm assuming for those heavy infiltrations.
Yeah, that's the Ion, right? That's the one with the big forearm dude who can bust through walls and windows and all that. Gerbifer on the Sal, like you said, for we'll say upcycling things. You can put stuff into the processor on your ship that you wouldn't normally be able to do and get cool items back from it. And then 5 up on the Moths, right? Pure aggression.
Oh, and it looks like they've already found another enemy team, but also it should be noted that they know where the artifact is.
Yeah, and there's a lot of time before that artifact can be taken to the Wildgate. It's good to have that info, but I think the question is here. Do they want to fight? The enemy team boosting away. They don't want any part of this, but you can see Jen there boosting their own ship. And remember, I believe they're still using the Scouts. That's a fast ship. And if they can run to the back with the laser ram, that is going to be a great start to that ship-to-ship combat.
Oh, 100%. And it looks like... Does the other ship want the heat? I think they do.
Look at that. They used the tractor beam to pull the ship back again. They were talking about doing it earlier, but there we get to see the strat in action. The tractor beam is a handheld item that a prospector can use. Scatter cannon coming from the right turret, it looks like there too.
Oh my goodness.
Dodging that asteroid.
Turn off their engine.
Yeah, I'm going.
I'd say Jen's been doing a pretty good job piloting today.
Oh, 100%.
Yep, repair drone, just getting the window healed in front of her again, just to make sure that the oxygen loss doesn't cause a problem. Collision alert. Oh, they hit the ice. They hit the ice, and there's a Moths on board. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
I'm dead.
Okay. Heal behind you.
Reactor overload.
All right, so The infiltration big.
We need to.
And they overloaded their reactor, so a little bit of a maintenance needing to be done right now to get the ship back on their side.
Got him.
Nice.
Let's see. Is this team Tatted Poodle that's breaking into Team Jonas' ship?
Yeah, looks that way.
Okay.
Now flying away, trying to escape. So I think it was a really nice little bit of defense by Tatted Poodle and co. Is that they managed to get onto Jonas' ship, cause some chaos, and then boost away. Looks like Jonas and the rest of the crew there are not giving up just yet.
Oh, absolutely not. It looks like 5-Up, as we saw before. He's out of grappling charges, but again, because he's invisible, he has plenty of time. Oh, nope, he's going to teleport.
He's in the air. He's low.
Yep.
He's 1 health. He's landing on the top of the
All right,
ship
you see
on the
that
right.
fire going there, but that's not like the biggest, the biggest scary thing.
I'm gonna try to.
Nice shot by Knight.
Yeah, keep going.
Fire only starts permanently damaging your ship after there's 10 or more blazes, or more than 10 blazes, I should say.
Like, what's...
We are. Come on. I'll come with you. Come on.
I'm going.
Trying to do a little bit of defense from behind as Team Jonas is slowly but surely gaining on them.
Yep. They're really chasing. I mean, they've got that laser ram. They want to put it to use.
Nice, good shit.
Ooh, they were able to take down both 5-Up and Jonas. Unfortunately, they're just not able to find a good infiltration point. They're getting shot out of the sky before they even try to board. 5-Up is going to take a little bit of time to kind of repair the ship, it looks like, before he tries to jet back in. And again, 5-Up is the person who's been leading with all of these infiltrations. And wait a second, those are the leeches!
Yeah, if he shoots those leeches, that'll damage the enemy ship. I don't know if he knows or not, because it's one of those things that you can easily miss, but those leeches are primed and ready to blow if he decides to shoot them. Oh, fire on the piloting thing. He stops the ship, pays for it with his life, but that might be worth it. Oh, I think they put a clamp jab on the ship too. See that uncontrolled acceleration? That's when something like that's happening.
One on the cockpit, Poodle.
Ooh, that's pretty smart there. Okay, we see the respawn timings going. 5-Up again doing a little bit of the defense or repairs, rather, I should say. Looks like everyone's just trying to take stock, but oh no, Team Toast!
Oh, we got a 3-ship battle going on here.
Yes, it looks like Team Toast has found the 2 ships in the middle of combat, so I wonder if Team Tatted Poodle will be able to escape kind of in this confusion, and I wonder if we're going to see Team Toast versus Team Jonas this early in the game.
I mean, Knight is almost taken out. I think I saw like 5 HP left on that ship right now. So Knight in big trouble. And is that Jonas's ship?
That might be
looks like it
Jonas's
is.
ship, actually.
It is. They're going to go down. 6 HP left, 7 HP. That's definitely them with the laser ram out in front. They are taking out average Jonas and his ship have been eliminated, and I think they were deemed too big a threat by everyone else.
I mean, listen, before we even got into this game, Doa, I said, if you want to win, you need to team up against that squad. And now that Toast's squad is left, all of the other teams need to start focusing their attention on Team Toast, because now they are the behemoth in this lobby.
Yeah, very true. I think maybe, I think Team Average Jonas might have gotten a little bit too overeager with that laser ram, because they didn't have, the greatest outfitting for the rest of their ship. I think they maybe saw an opportunity. They thought they had to get an early kill, and it just didn't pan out. And it doesn't matter who you are. It is dangerous to take those early fights, and they've been doing really well, but that time maybe overreached a little bit too much.
Yeah, I wonder if the third party was what made or break that, because just seeing how they were able to kind of be able to run away a little bit, but they didn't expect the other ship to come in from the right-hand side. And once it did, too many angles to defend from.
That is the danger, right? I mean, really good at fighting 1v1, but fighting 1v2 is a whole different story. And honestly, that 1v1 was not going great to begin with.
No, not
looting,
really
though.
at all.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing, though, Doa, is that Team Jonas did know where the artifact is. I don't think anyone else has found it yet.
That is a good point. Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. We haven't gotten a glimpse at anyone's map, so I don't know if we've seen if they've spotted it or not, but I think you might be right. So that means this game might go wild yet. I mean, it will either way, because the Wildgate is only about 40% charged, but still. Shock field, yeah, again, that's a good one to have on your ship if people are boarding you, which does happen every game.
Double storm barrier.
You wanna, did you already take it off?
Yeah, I took it off. There should be a spot open now.
Yeah, you probably don't need 2 storm barriers. So sometimes there are these storms in the Reach that are just kind of these areas of fog cloud. It looks like an electrical storm in space, basically. And if you fly through it, it damages your ship over time. If you have the storm barrier, it does not. So it's good to have that. And then the risk is you've got your storm barrier and somebody comes onto your ship and takes it.
I got the macro.
While you're in
You
the
should
storm.
fly through it just to test it out anyways. Come on, let's see it for the stream.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, a lot of times the monolith ends up being inside of a storm, so you kind of need a storm shield to get in there. You can fly through a storm without a storm barrier, but you're gonna have to be really ready to repair the damage that your ship takes. It's a macro cannon firing away. It fires slow, but it hits hard.
Are we sure this is a ship?
Yeah, and I think, is the macro cannon the one that gains damage the further it flies?
That's right. Yeah, I believe that's true. And it is also the one that I shot the probe with the macro cannon. Yeah, that's one way to do it. But it is also one that pushes whatever it hits too. If you hit an enemy ship with the macro cannon, you'll bump it a little bit too.
Yeah, a little bit of that bounce back, essentially. And here we see Astacross slowly flying over to this entrance. You can hear him say it's further than he thought it was going to be. He's like, oh man, I'm just kind of floating through space at the moment.
Man, that has happened to me so many times where it's just like, oh, I don't have any magnet grapples. I'll just like get over there quick. And like then you're like, oh, space is large.
Our group has a ton.
It does happen.
Oh wow, this is actually cool, Doa. I had 5 upstream open, but what I didn't know is that they are able to essentially fully spectate after being eliminated. And the spectate actually looks pretty dang cool.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, you can spectate after you've been eliminated, and once that becomes a more robust part of the game too, that is going to be amazing. Hey, it's the dinosaur guys.
There we go. So I haven't come across the dinosaur guys yet. Doa, fill me in because I need to know.
I don't know. They're guys that look like dinosaurs. That's all I got.
Oh, okay. Honestly, valid.
And they're scary. Archosaur. Okay.
Archosaur?
I think I've only run into them once in the game myself.
Oh, wow. Okay, I love it, though. It says, disable Archosaur teleporters. Now, I know we have a lore guide somewhere in our Discord, but I'm going to make my own lore from them. They're trying to escape a planet of dinosaurs and have accidentally found themselves in space. Boom, I've rewritten the lore.
This is like the final sequel to Jurassic Park, Dinosaurs in Space.
Jeff Goldblum is just going to appear and start cartwheeling through space in an astronaut suit.
Jeff Goldblum is the artifact.
No, we're not.
I love that.
Yeah, we are.
Oh my goodness, 4 people being taken down by, I don't know who Nihao Fine is. I'm guessing that might be Masayoshi. I think that's Masayoshi.
I couldn't tell you, but what an ID.
No, that is Sleepy. Sleepy is Nihao.
There you go. All right. Meanwhile, DisguisedToast is absolutely wrecking Towel right now. 14 HP left on that ship right now. I don't think they're going to make it out of there. They try to do the boost, but that's just too much damage coming in from the quad cannon.
I got him.
Oh no, 4 HP left. It's Tatted Poodle that's trying to run away, but they need to get off the steering wheel and get on the guns because they are getting gunned down right now.
Oh, GG. That is it for that ship. Lunatic and the rest of the crew have been eliminated in 4th place. So 3 ships remaining in this game now as DisguisedToast makes for the core.
Nice work, guys.
Oh, yeah, pour one out for Team Tatted Poodle. Looks like they are now currently trying to restock all their supplies on Team DisguisedToast. And actually, did they swap up their ship from the last game?
Could have been. Yeah, you might be right. Looks like they're on the scout again now, or the scout now, I believe. Oh no, that's not the scout. That is.
No, because the scout has
the.
Okay. Because I remember the scout being a lot smaller, and the resource upcycler, recycler was right next to the little helmy helm.
Yeah, the processor. I'd have to take a look. Like I said, I'm not like intimately familiar with all the ship interiors.
Doa, there will be a quiz at the end of the class.
I know, right? What? Turn around, look at your ship.
Make sure you guys are putting the turbine things, the low.
So you've got 4 ships in the game right now. Bastion, big tanky one. Scout's a fast one. Then you've got the Hunter, which is kind of your average starter ship. Kind of a little bit, you know, good at everything. And then you've got the Privateer, which is your big, all the cannons in front kind of PvP ship.
Yeah, it looks like right now Team Miss Ash Rocks is currently just, again, going through all these little PvE areas. They finished it up. Now they're just gathering their loot to try to buff up their ship because, again, they are going to need it against Team Toast, who is currently going through and just absolutely decimating every single ship that crosses their path. Jonas, gone. Poodle, gone. Who is next?
There's really.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
DisguisedToast definitely, their team has put a target on their back as far as being the ones to beat in this game.
There was one more Ash.
And that's a Privateer right there that they're flying around in.
Which one was that?
We outplaced Summit.
We'll see what they find at the comm station.
I'm trying to be quiet, Doa, because I feel like Bakey's birds in the background keep trying to talk to us. Have you heard them?
Oh, I see it straight front.
I just hear them screeching. I love it. They're cheering on their owner. But here it goes. We're going back to... Oh, no. They locked themselves in.
I'll shoot it after.
They're dropping the shield. They're dropping the shield.
Yeah,
He's breaking they're coming through the windows.
Kill the driver. Kill the driver. Kill the driver.
I'm breaking him. They're broke. They're broke. They're broke.
I can shoot after.
Just shoot. Yeah.
All right, got in.
You're
Stop
good,
the ship.
Actually,
Can they cause more damage? It looks like they can. That beam doing a ton. 100-yard range, but man, if you get there, you are going to do some serious wrecking of the other ship in Bloomfilter, trying to steer out of the way. A lot of guns in the front, though.
This is what we want to see. We want to see these two teams going at it right now. We see Sleepy currently slamming on the helm, stopping the ship, lowering the shield, dying. But still, that's enough.
Yep, that's right. They're just bumping into him. That's a lot of fire. All right, that is a lot of fire on that ship right now. I mean, you can put it out very quickly. Repair drones help a lot with that, but you can see some permanent damage was done. That's got to be repaired. Meanwhile, some ships firing unopposed. The turrets from the side, and both of these ships taking a ton of damage.
Oh my gosh, they are right next to each other, and honestly, the HP is pretty close. Trying to patch up some of these holes as the infiltration keeps going back and forth, back and forth. Again, Team Astacross is in a kind of awkward situation with their ship. They're trying to fly away, but they're being boxed in by the point of interest as well as the enemy team. They're trying to find some good laser shots because the ships are, again, right freaking next to each other. One really good man turret can do a lot of damage, and that's exactly what Astacross is trying to do right now.
I mean, these ships are hugging it out, right? I mean, it's usually you're worried about your shields being down, but if you're so close that the shields don't matter, then that's a whole different story. But Warpy McWarpface on the run now, only about half HP remaining. So, you know, I would say as this combat continues right now, DisguisedToast and team having the better of it, but it's still anybody's game at this point. This is a close one.
Absolutely. If they can escape, then they have time to kind of like recollect, regroup, because after Team Jonas died, again, we still haven't seen anyone who has the artifact on their radar, but here comes the overloaded reactor.
Yeah.
Oh no, Sayless is able to kill the only other person who was trying to fix it. Is he just going to camp it?
Yeah, just going to close the door, try to stay. Oh, but they've got a Samo. The Samo can see him through the wall. So there's no hiding from that prospector. They do need to stop the overload on the reactor.
I got him. We're good. The overload takes
Okay, we stopped it at 51 seconds. All right.
We need to heal. We need to heal. I think we need to heal.
They're okay for now.
Yeah, we're at 49.
Too far above us.
They're calling out heals for their ship right now.
Yep. Meanwhile, Astacross and his co-pilot.
Yeah, I'm healing the ship. Remember that ship? The thing's on the cooldown, so yeah, you can swap. You can swap between the two cannons here. There we go.
Okay, I'm gonna cancel that.
I can go mine some ice or some shit.
Oh, that is a bomb
if you
cannon.
turn to the right,
Uh-oh.
we win. If you turn,
All right.
go left,
That can do a lot of damage if there's another player there to shoot. He's actually doing it himself.
Now we win.
Activating the bomb on there. Woo! There's the damage right there. That's huge.
Masayoshi switching between 3 different turrets at the same time, trying to shoot and do as much damage as possible. You hear, give them hell in the background from this team. 30 HP left. Again, they only have 53 themselves, but right now, they're not the ones who are under attack. Wow, Sleepy finding an instant kill and going for the second has found it. Trapped.
Oh, the trap. Sensor trap was waiting for him, but he got 2 before he was able to be repelled there. DisguisedToast crew definitely wins the most entertaining crew award so far.
Oh, absolutely.
Bomb cannon.
Just based off these comms alone.
Yep.
Toast, it's good to,
It's a big hit. Oh, they're edge of the map. You got to be careful there. You're going to take a lot of damage if you're the edge of the map. Got to descend. Yeah. There is a top and bottom of the map.
2 mines on left, 2 mines on left. I double stacked them. I killed 3, I killed 3, I killed 3, I killed 3, I killed 3.
Nice shots.
No, I'm fucking dead. I killed 3 now.
I'm gonna hit the mines.
I'm blowing him up.
Did we kill the intruder?
All right, we're swapping back to Team Astacross's POV. We're looking at Luke at the moment. He's doing a lot of repairing, trying to just fix the ship. It looks like they have a moment to breathe. Actually, just kidding. There is still hellfire being rained from above by Masayoshi. He is relentless, Doa!
Yeah, I mean, you can see him try to fire through that hole in the ship. Meanwhile, Shonik with another infiltration here, trying to break through the windows. Oh, but there's people waiting for him on the outside of the ship, not able to take him out. Meanwhile, Warp Face on the run here. Yeah, that's not going to do as much damage, but you know, you can feel good about shooting at the enemy ship, I suppose. Either way, I mean, if I'm warping with Warp Face, if I'm Axel Cross's ship, I am trying to get out of here as fast as I can. But they're turning towards him. All 6 turrets brought to bear, or at least 4 out of the 6 anyway. But can they make this work?
Ooh, yeah, the ship turning away kind of ruined John's angles there. But wow, Sleepy with the melee, absolutely just decimating the team's defenses. He's trying to hunt them down. He's been doing a ton of damage, killing them on spawn. Wow, so close to a 3-peat on spawn. He's doing a ton of damage. He's doing great distraction, especially while Toast is just trying to pilot the ship. John is getting those turrets ready. Collision alert. We're gonna see how this plays out.
Yeah, those one-shot melees from Ion are serious business here, but it still continues to be Toast with a little bit of an advantage in here. They've got more HP on their ship. They've got the enemy on the run. They're inside the ship right now. Ooh, sensor trap stops him here. And I think he's going to get taken out. Looks like, yep, that's right.
That's good comms from Toast saying someone needs to come back and help me. It sounds like there's people in the ship. They've shut down the reactor overload on Team Astacross, which is good. Sleepy again. He's just coming back in. He found the entrance. He's going for the melee kill. There's 1. Can he find 2? Not before he's taken down.
No, got held up on the ramp a little bit, but either way, I mean, Warpy McWarpface, the ship, the little ship that could, 20 HP and a dream right now, but that is a bomb trap being brought in by Chubbs here. Can he install it?
Is this the secret third party?
It might be, yeah. Looks like there's a third party now. Deep Dish coming in. It looks like it's Chubbs, Bakey. The whole crew is there trying to finish off Warpy McWarpface, but they're going to have another ship to contend with if they do that. You don't want to kill the weak ship too quick if you're not ready to fight the other one.
You want, and again, remember, I still think that maybe both of these ships should try to form a space alliance and take down Team Toast, because they are the big boys in this lobby. I know, Warpy McWarpface. Oh no, Astacross.
Oh, Lord. Another ship eliminated. Only 2 left on the map, and guess what, Avali? They are right next to each other.
Oh, then this is about to be a bloodbath of a final thing. Again, neither of these teams have the artifact even on their map. I don't know if they're even going to try to find it. I think they want to find blood.
Yeah, no one has the artifact yet. You can hear them talking about it, but you know what you do now, Avali? You put a clamp jet on the wreck of the destroyed ship and you boost it into the other enemy ship.
Shut up, Doa. You can't do that. Can you?
You totally can. You totally can do that. Or you can just go to the enemy ship and tractor beam the wrecked hulk of the destroyed ship into their ship that way, too.
Doa, I need to play more games with you because you've got like an evil mastermind way of thinking. I would never want to be against you, brother. You scare me. Oh, wait a second.
Lots of fun stuff in this game.
It looks like Team Toast is actually outside of their ship right now, at least Masayoshi. If Team Miss Ash Rocks wants to be a little dirty at the moment and wants to try to hunt them down and fight them since they are the last 2 teams remaining, I wonder if they'd be able to have a numbers advantage.
Maybe.
Nope, they're already back on the ship. Never mind.
I thought we were going to get more of a combat between these 2 ships that were left, but it looks like Toast. Just kind of making a run for it. The warp gate, or the wild gate rather, is almost open.
Pushing me away.
Musical.
I'm telling you guys, I'm gonna find this fucking artifact. I'm gonna
Coming out
walk in it
super here.
myself. Fuck the ship.
Okay.
You gotta be in the ship, sorry.
No, actually I don't.
I asked about this, and you can't actually just fly the artifact in by yourself.
Lame.
I got ice.
What if someone just hides the artifact?
Yes, here's the problem. If they find it, they can beeline straight for it as well.
Yeah, we need to stay near the gate, I think.
I love it. I love the tension here because neither team knows where the artifact
We
is.
could just kill them.
But whoever finds it first has a
really hard to kill
distinct
that team, I'm not
advantage
gonna
now.
lie. I don't know why that was so hard, but
I like this man's work.
They might grab at the last second or something.
But I don't even feel
Good
scared.
comms.
Probing going on.
Have to at least get there for it.
Can you scan them or no?
I can now.
You can definitely scan them,
Okay.
yeah.
Tell us how much fuel. And
22 fuel, 43 ice.
Okay.
Yeah, that is a great thing to take note of too. Is that when you scan an enemy ship, it does give you the readout on what resources they have access to, which is also something that's
They shot
important
my
for
fucking
informing.
probe.
Do I want to fight this ship or not? You know.
Oh, absolutely. Can they heal up their damage?
my
Can
probe, be
they
careful of
run
that.
away from me pretty fast?
They're probing
Right.
as well.
It's vital information. Again, probe.
Five,
Get out there and probe. If you're not probing,
keep your eyes peeled.
you're not living.
Where the fuck are these?
Probe is love. Probe is life.
That's right.
They're coming in from our.
Be sure to keep that reactor cool. You can see the little cool down on the button there, and every time it runs out, you can hit it and use some of that ice to heal your ship back up again.
Yeah. What are they yelling at? One sec. I want to hear this.
They're really low. They're really low. I don't know if they have the artifact. How can I tell?
Wait, they're
What are
low?
you doing?
No. Like, they're really low. They're low to the ground.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Why are they going to the edge
I
of the
don't
map?
see
Do
the
they know
artifact in there.
that they have their shields down and they're at the edge of the map?
I see one guy inside. He looks pretty hot. Like maybe we
They
should
have
just
quad
pass
They're
cannons
gonna
in
find
front.
Okay. Well, we have the same health.
Pretty insane.
They don't have it. I don't see it.
Okay. Do you guys want to fight them?
I think I'm down to bomb
I think
strap
we
them.
I think we poke them a bit. I think we add the pressure of
man
having the
cannons,
artifact.
Man cannons. They're tractoring us. They want to fight. Cannons. Man cannons.
Yeah, I'm doing count.
Oh my god, wait, we're taking big
Oh,
damage.
they might
We're
be trying to
taking
pull
huge
them into
damage.
the edge of the
Our
map.
cannons are
Do damage them
and
that
our
way and try to
cannons are
even it up.
Oh, ice when I can, but
All right.
I think disengage for
Board them.
now.
Let's board them. Let's board. I think we
I'm
win.
already on, I'm already
we
on.
win the fight. We win
Here
the
we go.
44.
Okay.
Man to man. Sean, get up cannon. Fight. Human. Board fight. Board fight.
I'm coming
I'm
aboard.
just gonna park
Oh, that
us.
shield is so good.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
We're just doing this old school.
Nice shots by Sleepy. Go overload that reactor, man. Or steal something.
I don't think he knows where it is.
Where the reactor is? I hope he does.
I three on their ship.
Big
I
right?
hope so too. But again,
take
all
him
of
out.
these ships are so different.
Yeah.
You're up. You're up.
Oh, luckily they do have the pinpoint on the map letting them know.
Yep.
I got one.
That's a bomb trap. You can definitely install that on their ship and try to blow it up. Yeah. Oh, this is so good.
They're
Putting the
working
bomb
on
trap
it.
in there.
Ooh.
Oh, did he get it in there?
He did get it in there, but can't they remove it?
They can. Yeah. You need to do it pretty quick to avoid getting blown up. But you can defuse the bomb trap if somebody installs it in one of the hard points on your ship.
Okay.
I'm trying to fuck ice and then I fire.
Yeah, I agree with chat right now. The shields being down is definitely stressing me out here.
I'm gonna stay up.
Get those shields up.
Yeah, can we just keep healing over time?
I think
Fast
we
repairing,
the
but
artifact, I'm not
it's you know what's
gonna lie. I
better?
don't think we can just, like,
Probably is not having to repair at all.
I think we can, man. I think.
Yeah.
I do.
Or
I think we have to do this.
I was trying to think of a way to say bashing the ship into the enemy ship so everyone has to repair.
Wait, what
But
direction are they?
I think that's just a little. That's just a little me.
Wait, can you break
I have tried just straight up ramming a ship into an enemy ship, and you just take so much damage. I would not suggest it.
Okay, so here's my question, Doa. With all of these space leeches, because I've noticed that there's still a lot on Toast's thing. If you shoot the leeches on your own ship, do they do damage?
Nope, it's only if an enemy shoots a charged leech on your ship. You can clear them off your own ship without worrying.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So then
So you definitely want to
should,
do that.
Breaking the window's gonna accomplish that.
yeah, take extermination seriously.
And like I said before, the reach leeches will drop fuel too, so you can power your afterburner with that as well.
Ooh, that's
Trying
fantastic.
to smash a gun here. Smash the window. Yep, because you can disable the turrets that way. Oh wow, he's got the ship destroying rocket launcher too.
How smart.
Yeah. I mean, that is just like pure ship damage build right there.
Go to the overload.
Yeah.
I died.
Sleepy is the infiltrating Chad, I'd say right now, for Team Toast. Every single time there's an infiltration, Sleepy is running in, meleeing 3 people, taking them out as soon as they spawn, and finding all these different picks.
Yeah. He is trying, and if you can keep overloading the reactor too, that just gives you yet another timer that could kill you to worry about.
Cannoning them in the meantime? Keep canning them at this point. Yeah, you should just keep canning them while we do this.
83 HP for the Toast ship.
You guys cannon for now?
The good ship
Re-icing now?
Boom filter.
Okay.
Okay, coming. Shit, this is
They're healing. They're 104. They're healing. They're healing.
Yeah, I think you gotta rise a little bit now. You're a little bit too close to the edge of the map.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Wildgate's open, but nobody's even found the artifact. This is just pure PvP.
Yeah, again, because these are the last 2 teams, I think they should just go for it, for an all-out war. I think that Team Toast should have a little bit more confidence in their skills and say like, nah, man, let's take them out early.
Yeah, we'll find out. It seems like they want to, but these ships are so even up right now. 93 to 97 HP, that's basically even. And here's Sleepy again, trying to get on the ship. He's good at taking out a few people, but you gotta do some lasting damage.
He found the window. He found the pick. 1. Can he find 2? Oh, the shield goes up. That shield is so difficult for people to deal with.
Yeah, that's right. That barrier is really, really nice. And again, having a Samo defending on your ship is really, really powerful. Again, because it heals after it takes out enemy prospectors. You can see enemy prospectors through walls. This is why I think you always want at least one on the crew. Whoever is kind of like your pilot, the person that stays behind and defends, that's who should be on the Samo.
Mm-hmm. And listen, it's playing out exactly how Toast said it would in his interview. He's the pilot, he's flying around, and he trusts his team to take care of the rest!
Whoa! They're going for it, all right. He hits the ice. They're going for the healing right away here, but
Go, 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 go.
that is a lot of damage to your ship, too. You got to follow it up.
If we overload, does it do
I'm going quiet, Doa. I need to hear this.
What do you think is easier? I'm going to try and pilot.
If you could pilot back to the front, I'll kill them all.
It's going to be hard because they're right underneath, but I'll try.
Yeah, it's fine.
Hey, think it's an enemy target.
Weapons ready. Using oxygen.
I got 1. I'm just fucking with the driver again. He's off the driver's seat. Can you blow him up?
They're under us now.
Yeah,
oh, that ship's dead.
Take a while for me to
all right,
Man, there was
like
so
Toast.
much hype, and then nothing.
I mean, that just enormous amount of damage done by the ramming, and you could see DisguisedToast crew was ready to repair the damage to their ship. Right when it happened, you saw he ran right over the reactor and hit the coolant, and that makes a difference. It was just a great plan. If you're going to ram the enemy ship, you can see it. The damage is big, but they were ready.
Yeah, they were prepared to combat and to repair, rather, all of the damage just from the huge collision, but it looks like it was Team Miss Ash Rocks able to do so. It doesn't appear.
Maybe I spoke too soon here because they've been healing pretty quick. They managed to get a good angle to avoid some of the turret fire, and they're still in bad shape, real bad shape, but they're not quite dead yet.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they see Sleepy on the outside, and they're able to take him down. Once Sleepy goes down, that's one of the biggest threats essentially mitigated.
I'm kind of wondering how much ice both ships have at this point, because this fight has been going long enough that one of these 2 ships is almost certainly running very, very low on ice.
Yeah, and I doubt that they're sending one person out to just go refill that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get ready.
So it may come down to a resource war.
Oh God.
Yeah, it does a lot of times for sure.
Cannons, man cannons. They're on our left.
Ice up, ice up, ice is up.
Left cannon.
Doa, are we kind of sideways for a reason or tilted for a reason when we see other people? Is it because the ship itself is tilted?
Big damn.
Yes, if you run into something, it can just like tip the ship off its normal axis, and then it looks like that for a little bit until you can right yourself.
It's so much damage.
That's a lot of damage. The shields are down. That might be it. That is it. And DisguisedToast and his crew claim victory. 1 ship remaining, and that means that 1 ship is the winner.
Us, motherfucker.
Yes, you are the last ship remaining. Yes.
Who needs the artifact, huh? Who needs the artifact, Daddy, huh?
Jeez, good shit.
What an interesting way for that to end. Since no one had the artifact, it spelled it out for them. Had to be a battle till the end. And awfully, they were even shocked with how close it was that they had the victory there.
Yeah, they said, okay, there's only 1 team left. Wait a second, is that us? Yeah, who needs the
that's you.
artifact?
How delightful. I do wonder, Doa, man, how many melee elims do you think Sleepy got during that game?
I mean, that's the thing. If you're the Ion and you can get in behind the crew, you can get a lot of those melee kills. He's the only prospector that can do those one-shot melee kills. And so, yeah, you got to go for it. And he was very effective with it. I'd be afraid of his Ion if I was playing against him.
And this is a crew-based game after all, and I think it's no surprise that DisguisedToast squad, having the open communication the whole time, narrowly getting close to victories in the past matches, but they finally got the dub. We'll see if they can pull it off in our 4th map and our final one of this broadcast after the break. Welcome back, everyone, to our Wildgate Showdown here on Twitch Rivals. It is time for our State Farm Spotlight, where we shine a bright light on something special from today's action. Now, chat, earlier on in the show, you selected Space Domination. Summit 1G leads the charge for the win for this segment. And now it's time to light it up.
Killed their
All right, so apparently we had Summit GG take the win in the last one, Summit 1G rather. I'm thinking GG too much, right? But let's see how exactly they did it. Looks like it was a ship victory. I don't see an artifact anywhere. I just see a ship on the verge of being destroyed. So That's my guess. That's my guess here.
Oh no, and it's Team Died who is actually getting blasted here. What a great infiltration from Summit. Look, he found 1, 2, 3. He's throwing grenades in there. He gets taken out by the ship explosion, but hey, that's a win for them.
And before we get back to the gameplay, everyone, I want to shine one more quick spotlight on our friends at State Farm. Whether in-game or in real life, State Farm is on your level. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And I would say that chat had her back with that one since we didn't get to see that live. And obviously, we've been calling out Summit as someone to watch during this entire showdown.
Oh yeah, like I said, again, he's coming in with Sea of Thieves experience. He's coming in with FPS experience. He's coming in with his squad as well. I feel like the dude is going to be doing damage, but honestly, we've seen wins from a lot of different teams across the board, which I'm personally excited about because it means that everyone is getting the hang of this game. Everyone's starting to think of their own strategies. They're experimenting with different loadouts, different ships, and honestly, a little bit of different loot too. We're seeing bits of the lasers, bits of the cannon. So I'm very excited to see what happens in this final game.
Yeah, taking a look at those winners, actually, Doa, as Ovely said, we have had a lot of variation.
Yeah, I mean, I said it was going to be tough for a team to win more than once, and we did see it happen, but we have not seen it happen since then. So, you know, will we see another team get their second win here in the final games for these groups? I'm going to bet no. I'm still going to maintain with what I said that it's very, very hard to do that. And, well, we'll see if I'm right or not.
And also shout out to Team Caliverse, who did win the other lobby that we did not witness on the show before the break. That is the team that is mostly comprised of Destiny 2 players who have been in a couple of these Twitch Rivals events prior. Ovely, you seem aghast.
Oh, Group A, Jonas, Cali, Summit. I'm not counting out Team Died and Tatted Poodle, but like these are the 3 teams that have picked up wins before. If we think there's going to be a repeat, I think it's going to be in this Group A. But Group B, does that mean we've got Toast versus who? Toast, Aztecross, CDN, Darkness, and Miss Ash Rocks. This is going to be a fun one too, because Team Toast has kind of been rolling through a lot of different ships, but honestly, I definitely see a world where Aztecross and CDN find the third party at some sort of angle, and this is going to be a very entertaining final game, guys.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, all these games are entertaining. You know, this being kind of the first time that I really kind of like anyone has casted this game, you know, it's so much fun. And again, as the spectator tools improve, like being able to get more info and get a better read of where people are on the map, this is going to be a really good game to watch, I think. So I'm very excited about it. Obviously, you've all seen how crazy all the matches can get, but as the strategies develop too, like there's just so much unexplored territory in this game. And I know, you know, it's not out yet. Obviously, we've got a little bit of time yet. And again, playwildgate.com. You can go sign up for a playtest event that's happening next week. Go do that and get a chance to go play because the game's amazing. But I'm sure when we all get to play it eventually, it's going to be a ton of fun.
Yep, that's right. April 10th through 14th is your opportunity to get a taste of what Wildgate has to offer. So make sure you go and sign up for that. Indexing a bit more into kind of the spectator experience and the overall visual of this game, I do want to call out how much work this dev team did put into not only building out what space looks like, using this color palette, but leaning into the literal hundreds of pages of lore that they wrote in preparation of this game, because that even factored into their ship design when trying to have this more junker type look, because ones that are recovering from 100-year war aren't going to have this fancy ship that's going through the universe. But even with that 100 pages of lore, Ovely, I know you were writing some of your own lore yourself.
What about the Archosaurs? What about the Archosaurs? Tell me about the Archosaurs.
Let's go.
I need my lore on my Archosaurs. Where do they come from? How is Jeff Goldblum involved?
Yeah, you're just setting us up for a fantastic final map of the day, Ovely. I am so ready to see what you and Doa spin up.
All right, let's take a look at these ships here. We've got a privateer, we've got a scout, we've got another privateer there, we've got another scout. So fast versus big damage and another privateer. Okay, so that seems to be the meta for this group, at least. A lot of scouts, a lot of privateers here. Meanwhile, we can look at the, it was too far away. We got to get a closer look at that screen at some point.
I think it'll show right here when we get into game. So powerful artifact, cosmic storm, legion turrets, and a thick with 3 C's asteroids.
Big, thick asteroids. That's right. Well, the thick asteroids means there's just a lot more asteroids on the map. So a lot more to avoid, a lot more to hide behind. Other things like the Legion turrets are just stuff out there that's going to shoot you if you get a little bit too close. The powerful artifact, if you pick it up, it always does heal your ship a little bit, but it's going to do more of that. So the ship holding the artifact is going to be harder to take down. So this is going to be a game where it really is a good idea to try to rush and grab the artifact and then try to make a run for that Wildgate, because you're going to be a little bit harder to stop than usual. So we might see an artifact run this time.
I would be very excited to see that, because I feel like a lot of the victories that we've seen recently, at least with the last game, has been very much a fight to the death compared to that artifact race. Now, right now, they're doing something where it's essentially like capture the point, capture the flag, where you load into this PvE area, you stand within here, and you slowly capture the point while, defending it, essentially. One thing to note that you and I were testing out, it does not go faster with the with extra people in that point. So you're almost, motivated to essentially split up and try to capture multiple at once. At least that's in my opinion.
Well, there only one appears at once, I believe, so I don't think you can do that. But you are right in that you have the ability to split people up a little bit more. You have the luxury of keeping somebody on the ship. You have the luxury of having people stand outside the point and maybe come from behind when the enemies spawn. So there's a lot of ways you can be flexible with it for sure. But I like that it's point capture, but there's also a flag there, so it's like a little bit of both.
Yeah.
There's no flag in the point, but there's a flag on the icon for the point. So sure.
It hasn't been patched in yet. It hasn't been patched in yet. Just give it a second.
Need to plant a flag there, you know?
Yeah, exactly. But okay, we're taking a look at Team Cali, and actually look at the prospector setup on Team Cali.
Right, getting out there, getting some, oh yeah, I see what you mean. 3 ventures. Okay, so just to kind of review the passives for Venture then. Venture is that prospector that we see as kind of the robot. Venture does not require oxygen, so all the concerns about air, not a problem. You can even put a hole in the window of your own ship and just make it harder for people to board you, because you can just be fine. And then you also have the ability to restore health faster when you're outside the ship, and I believe when you teleport back, you get your gear back instead of having to go to a point to restore it.
Yes,
so,
that's what I
like. I think it's a good
like.
Prospector, and having a lot of ventures makes sense, but you always want at least 1 sal, which is what we see they have.
I personally think that Venture is like the perfect let me learn the game prospector, just because it takes away a lot of the extra things that you have to think of. And so, again, having a little bit of the same, I wonder if that hurts them when other people have variety, but either way, it's play to your style.
Yeah, yes and no. It depends on how you execute, I suppose, at the end of the day. But we have Rage coming up on average Jonas and their ship Codex. Looks like they're a little bit light on shields right now. So you got to be careful. If you stand at that turret and you get hit, you could just be taken out right there. Looks like they're going to go for an infiltration now. But
This
man,
is
Jonas' ship's taking
dangerous.
a lot of damage.
Oh, it's Team Cali versus Team Jonas. Both teams have been winners before. There is a pretty solid chance that we see one of our previous winners taken out in the next few minutes.
I think that's very possible here. Looks like Jonas fighting for his life here. But they haven't done a lot of damage to Rage, actually. That's a lot of fire on board. This is close.
And Jonas.
This could go either way.
Oof, Jonas was able to just find a couple shots before he was sniped down himself. We see Jen doing a lot of work on the ship, which is great. Taking them out of the edge of the map. That was close, because if they veer off course into that scary little pink stuff, they will take continuous damage.
Yep, that's right. Can't go off the edge of the map. You will regret it.
It's broken.
All right, 5 up again, being one of the best infiltrators we've seen on the day. Executing one of our only artifact steals that we've seen. Very impressive. That was awesome. I think it was like a second game of the day. I loved it. Ooh, damage is a big shot. Hits the front of the ship.
Yeah, I think that. Oh, was that a smoke bomb or like an ice bomb that was able to take out 5-up?
I think it might have been the rocket sidearm that that they used to blow out the windows, possibly. But there are things that there is like a rocket boost that leaves behind a smoke bomb, so that might be being run right now. I didn't take a look at the loadout.
Okay, yeah, I was just trying to figure out what that was because it looked like almost like an ice bomb or a smoke bomb or something because she got the plus 200. I'm not sure if that was an assist on 5-up or if that smoke screen did kill 5-up. And there we see the shock warding off Team 5-up. Oh, no.
Takes a while to recharge, but you can kind of just stop an infiltration cold if you have that shock shield or shock barrier on your ship. That's for sure.
Yeah, and let's see. We see Tasmo just trying to get closer and closer to this ship right now. And actually, the ship might be turning into him. Gonna retreat back to his own base because there are people trying to break in.
Ooh, okay. Jonas gets the better of that one right there. Tasmo not quite ready. And if you miss that first shot, it is so hard to recover here. But they've got another shock barrier activation here to repel the boarders, it looks like.
Ooh, and that is dealing quite a lot of damage. Wow, the back and forth for Butter. Trying to find some help, trying to save the reactor, looking for the revives for his teammates.
Yep.
I think we should pick 3-man go in on there.
And it looks like I think that Butter was actually playing with the controller too because I see the X and Y buttons. So that's actually really cool because I personally also enjoy playing games with controller. So knowing that there is some of that, you know, keyboard and mouse or controller setup, I love it. Thank you. Sometimes I just want to sit back and play a game rather than be hunched over my keyboard.
Yeah, you can really play kind of however you want to. I mean, there's going to be different systems obviously too. And so, you know, you can kind of play it your way. And they are on your ship. That's true. In fact, they are doing some serious damage on your ship right now. Whoa.
Ooh, 5-up's down too. All right, so we see 5-up, I believe, a dead little ghosty ghost on the ship of Rage. Jonas is now trying to find his infiltration. Again, it's just back and forth between these two teams, which is fine because eventually there will be a winner. But something to be very scared of is if that third party eventually does come.
I love that Jonas almost got there. He used both magnetics and he used his boost and still couldn't quite catch up. They activated the shock field anyway just to be safe.
Yeah,
Codex is still chasing though. I mean, that's the scary part, right? I mean, when Average Jonas's crew decides they want to take you out, they will not rest.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You hear Jen asking, do we want to fight?
They're boosting away.
I mean, it's another early fight, so it comes with all those same risks we saw last time around, right? Where you are not as well equipped as you could be later in the game.
They're just running away like little sissies.
I should go first. Just make sure that no one tries to fly to us.
Well, still firing away.
Yeah, dude.
With that kind of more of the sniper turret there. I'm trying to remember the name of that, but it is the
this way, by the
sniper cannon. Okay, well, I pretty much have the name already.
Yeah. I appreciate the commentary from Team Jonas saying they're running away like little sissies. So it looks like maybe they're going to be giving up the chase there. We saw Jen popping onto a drone to try to maybe recoup some of the resources. And now we take a look at Team Summit.
Yeah, I think it's better for everybody that they broke off that fight. That was just going to take a long time. It was just going to drain both crews. It was kind of mutually assured destruction to keep going with that one. Good to break off.
Oh, yeah.
Giant ass rock. Fuck this.
On board with Summit. Trying to find the entrance to that point of interest there. Sometimes it is a little bit tricky to find the door. It should tell you if you're close enough where the entrance is.
Don't you need to scan it beforehand?
If you fly close enough, you should just be able to see it. I don't think you need to scan it. But it does make it appear on your map at least, so then you can come back and find it later if you need to. But that's the Skull Rock, I believe.
Yeah, so perhaps someone already looted it, or the artifact has been found.
Yeah, it is in there. All right.
Is that a heart rate monitor?
This time.
You said ice is where?
On IMB Paula, is that a heart rate monitor on him?
Maybe, yeah. Heart rate definitely a little bit elevated. He sees the artifact, it jumps up to 104.
It goes up, it goes up. Okay, once he picks it up, we have to see if there's a spike. Is there a spike?
Right now.
He's taking a look at the other loot. He's getting closer to it.
More often.
I think that's a good idea, is to just grab the other loot first. Remember, the moment you touch the artifact,
We got the
that's when everybody knows where it is, and they know where you are.
Oh, baby, you. You know we got what they need.
When's the album coming out?
Definitely not a friend. And they definitely not a friend.
Oh, baby, you.
Oh, baby, we got the relic.
I think we need at least 70.
Excuse me, it's the artifact.
So we need to find more ice.
You know
But
what?
who am I to criticize?
We'll allow it. We'll allow it.
Voice of an angel.
Only at 30, dude, the gate's only at 34%.
I pushed up my glasses when I said that, in case anyone was wondering. On board with Team Died. Just gearing up.
I feel like Team Died has been our chat favorite so far. I've seen tons of love for Team Died, and then for some reason love for Forsen, but that always happens at events like this. But I know, I am so, I want to see Team Died be the underdog that finds the win. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's possible. That's the thing, is anyone can win. You can be the best PvPing team in the world, and if someone just sneaks that artifact out from under you, they can do it. Or if they just come in at the right time, the right angle, and you're not expecting it, anyone's got a chance.
You put them in the generator in here. Oh, my bad. Sorry, I came back to the ship.
Repairing the generators with the fuel cells.
There's also...
Did you hear that? Trashly brought the fuel cell back to the ship.
Oh. You know, you're so used to bringing things back to the ship all the time. I can understand that.
Yeah.
It's not going to do you any good back there, though.
They're just doing it in their own way.
Yep. Using the AIM-E gun there. It's a little heat-seeking pistol. Nice little sidearm for taking out some of these smaller PvE enemies. And it's actually kind of nice for repelling borders, too, because you kind of don't need to aim quite as accurately to make it work.
That's perfect. Honestly, I feel like all games need a little bit of one weapon that maybe doesn't do the most amount of damage, but you don't really need to aim it.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. All right, one more. We'll finish off the garden wing, and some of these points of interest can take a little while to clear, but usually the longer they take to clear, the better loot's going to be. So as long as you're making sure nobody's sneaking up on your ship while you're in there, you're in good shape.
Absolutely.
They have the little sword thing. Oh my god, really? Oh. Okay, well. Yeah, but they have it in the back. They have it in the back, though. How far are they?
Oh.
Little sword thing. Oh, they must mean the laser ram.
Yes, we see the probe. It looks like they shot out a probe to see the ship that is directly south of them. They're pretty far away from it right now, so I don't think that they're going to start up a fight just yet. Looks like right now Summit is doing a little bit of resource collection, making sure that they have plenty of fuel, because look at that. 9 fuel, 25 ice. I would say they probably want more. What do you think?
I think they've got a decent amount of ice. You could definitely use more. 25 still feels a little bit low. Definitely low in afterburner fuel. Plenty of ammo, but I agree with you that I think they could stand to loot a little bit more before they take any big fights.
Bringing the ship a little closer so that we won't have to run as far. I'm literally at the entrance where the artifact is.
Yeah, I'm coming up right now.
So I'm
They're still planning on grabbing that artifact. Now, the Wildgate Ovally is only 43% charged, so if they do decide to take the artifact, despite the fact that it's a powerful artifact and it'll make their ship harder to take down, that would be a bold move.
Oh my goodness. I am interested to see what they try to do here. We're back to Team Average Jonas, and it looks like they're doing the same thing right now, just collecting resources, kind of preparing for that fight, especially because, you know, no one quite knows who has the artifact yet. No one knows where the artifact is yet, well, except for the team who does. So they're just trying to be prepared, I'd say, Doa.
Next time we look at the map, too, we should scope out where the Wildgate is to see, try to gauge just how far you have to go, you know? I haven't looked at that yet. Did you see it?
The Wildgate? Was it? Okay, it's right in the middle, kind of like upper middle, C4, C5 quadrant.
Yeah. So it is a bit of a trek to go from the bottom right part of the map to kind of the top center of the map, like you're talking about. It's going to be quite the run with the artifact, but it's not impossible.
No, it will be treacherous, but
for sure. See those red glowing things? Those are some space mines. And those, if you get too close, will do what mines do, which is go towards the ship, stick on it, and do some damage.
Oh no. And are those space mines just found in the area, or is that something that was deployed by another team?
So it can be both. They can just be floating out there, but you can also get a device on your ship for one of the hard points that is a mine layer, which is really handy if you're getting chased by somebody with a laser ram.
Right.
Too much.
The queens don't know what to do with all of the loot that they're finding, but that's okay. They will find a use.
This is the kind of problem you want to have, right?
Yes.
Oh, we've got too much loot. Oh.
What we don't have, though, is, like, the guns.
Huh. Interesting. So, Tatapoodle's team does not include a Sal, which I'm kind of surprised about, because all that extra stuff, being able to recycle it into useful items is just so big.
I don't know.
I feel like every team should be running a Sal right now.
Open, so if they send anyone on
I agree with you. I think Paula might be making the move.
I think we should. So, nah. I think maybe Shane come here because I have a one-shot gun. So.
They're shooting. They're shooting.
They're shooting. Put shields up, buddy.
That Star Lance is definitely a powerful weapon to hold.
We fight. We take it. I think
it's an ancient Star Lance as well, so it has 6 shots instead of 3.
Oh, that's great. I think we're trying to figure out. So Summit is attacking Hokulea.
Backside.
Do we know who Hokulea is yet?
Not 100% sure, but it looks like the artifact was picked up, by the way.
Oh!
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so now everyone has been alerted.
It seems like a team died ended up somehow getting the ship named Diggy Diggy Bam Bam again, which is kind of shocking.
I think that they named themselves. Am I wrong?
Did they? I'm not 100% sure if you can, because I know it assigns you random names, but maybe you can, and I just haven't done it yet.
Okay. Oh, this is interesting. It says that this team has the artifact, even though it hasn't been brought on board yet. They need to. They dropped the artifact.
Uh-oh.
Guys, I'm trying to
he
get on the
needs
ship
to
right
get
now.
into the ship, but the ship is flying away from them.
I'm trying to get on.
Come back! Oh no, there's another ship! This is disaster. You can't teleport with the artifact. They gotta stop, but they're gonna be sitting ducks for Mozzie.
Yep.
Okay, almost there. Okay, on board. All right.
Okay.
So you've got the artifact on board. It's gonna help you regen a little bit.
No, he's on me.
Oh dear.
God, no, he's not. He's still there.
No.
He's still there. There, Summit.
There's a moth. There's a moth.
All right, wait. Do we just have to have that on our ship, or do we have to place it anywhere?
No, we have to have it on our ship. Just on the ship.
Get us out of here.
Yeah, it just has to be on your ship.
Make sure all the doors are closed.
Everybody knows where you are now.
That
I
is
wouldn't leave
right
the
next
artifact
to a
right
door.
by a door. I know, right? It's like, please steal this.
Listen, you have nothing but shots on them right
Okay, the thing is, even if they try to run, they have nowhere to really run to because the Wildgate is still quite a bit away from being open, Doa.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we were talking about earlier, is you can grab the artifact earlier, but then you have a giant target painted on your back, and even if it is a powerful artifact, your ship is still under great levels of threat.
Killed one. There's another one on the outside here.
He's on top.
Dead. Another one on my door here. Dead. 3 dead. That's 3 dead.
Help.
I'm going in. No, he got me. Last guy got me. They're all.
Oh, stepped in a sensor trap.
Close, but again, this is why I said Summit would be the person to watch. You saw how he infiltrated, found multiple picks. These guys are scared right now, unable to find repairs, unable to. Oh, watch their back there. Good repair.
Yeah, saved him for the moment, but now it looks like Aku coming in from the top.
I'm dead.
Oh, nearly going to kill the pilot, but not quite making it happen.
You guys heard me, right? There's another ship close.
Yeah.
I'm dead.
Oh, was there a third
they're
ship?
Healing big time.
Yeah, let's start moving towards them. Okay.
It looks like they are,
no
yeah.
Ships down, so we just have to be super careful.
The Queens have arrived as a new threat.
I'm approaching.
Still a ways away, though. About 800 meters
they're
or so.
approaching us.
600 meters.
I'm sorry, I'm loving the pink straw that matched her wig. That was the best thing that I've seen today out of all the plays. Okay, but now we're taking a look at shots. They see Diggy Diggy Bam Bam on the horizon as well as Hokulea. But again, they have to pay attention to the ship with the artifact.
Yeah, no kidding. Akale does have the artifact, but again, 64% charged is the Wildgate. There's still plenty of time to take this artifact back.
I don't know if I make it,
But
man.
the thing is, with the powerful artifact on the ship, if you don't keep hammering it, you might not ever be able to take it out.
What's the
That
passive
is a sniper
effects? What is the passive effects that the artifact grants again? It's healing as well as is it shields?
There's 3 ships here now.
It is, I believe it is just healing, so yeah.
Just healing. Okay, perfect.
Yep, powerful artifact. It ticks healing and gives you more healing per ice used, according to info I have.
I'm inside the
Okay,
ship.
love
That
it.
is pretty effective.
Killed him.
All right, wow, this is a great infiltration that's going on from Team Summit.
I mean, the whole team's dead. The ship is their oyster now. Oh, the ship's gone. I think maybe the ship's in trouble. No, never mind.
Is it fully? No, it says the crew is blasted.
Not quite. I think the whole crew's been taken out, maybe?
Yeah,
Kinda.
man, that damage going down just from that gun alone is oppressive.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that was Keo. So it looks like Team Jonas is actually joining the fight.
Oh, wow. Okay, a big brawl. This is what happens when you craft the artifact. Everyone's like, all right, well, we know where we're going now.
We're getting hit. We're getting
And
hit.
because this is the last game, everyone is playing their hearts out. They want to be the final winner of the day. All of these turret shots taken straight to the face. We're going to see Xera go down, but here is Team Die. They're going to take their own couple of turret shots. Unfortunately, just using a basic cannon this far into the game, that is not going to be great, but hey, even a tickle can help sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, you're not doing a ton of damage, but, you know, if you can open up a hole in the shields for somebody else, like, for instance, Keo on the sniper cannon here to get some damage, that's big. Oh, the shields were lowered. The shields are down on Hokulea right now. 20 HP. You can see the healing ticking, so it's, again, really hard to take down the ship with a powerful artifact on it, but it is possible, and it is looking more and more likely every second.
Oh man, Poodle was trying to defend there. We see Paula also trying to put out some of these fires, but they need to whip out those weapons because we know that there are going to be more people boarding that ship in just a moment.
Wait, are they out of ice? He said we need ice. Does that mean they're out of ice? Oh no,
Oh no,
laser
they
ram.
might be.
Oh, the laser ram in an unprotected ship. That is so much damage. Look at the HP just dropping to nothing. That ship is toast.
Oh, and you could hear the panic in Jen's face saying, baby, pull it back. We can't go. It's going to explode. Oh, no. Wait a second. That was Summit's ship.
Yeah, I guess it was.
Rage is
Summit is officially out of the game. Team Mozzie out. The ship with the artifact is still in play. Team Jonas came in, took out the other biggest competitor. And still, there we go. We got Trashly. She found the quad cannon now, able to do a little bit more damage as they get closer. But Tatted Poodle still has
Just go
the
for the gate, go for the
artifact.
gate.
The gate is still not yet open. They're saying to go for the gate,
I'm almost
but
on
dude,
Rage's
it's
ship.
not open.
It's going to be a little while yet. It's not. Oh, they have the entropy cannon. This is the strongest cannon in the entire game. It fires a ton of little shots that track your mouse cursor after they get out there, but it does enormous damage. Enormous damage. That is a huge find. Okay, yeah, if you can sit on that entropy cannon and do work with it, you will take out ships real quick. Oh no, point blank with the entropy cannon.
Goodness.
Wow, okay.
We destroy them.
All right, this is
That is-
wild. Look at all that damage.
Impressive. Oh my gosh.
That's the first time we've seen the entropy cannon today on the broadcast, and I'm telling you right now, that is the weapon you want on your ship.
And you said it's just a rare drop?
It's the rarest ship turret drop. Yeah, it's a legendary drop. Yep.
Hokulea, 12 HP to their name right now, and it is flickering back and forth. They need to heal up. They need to get out, or they need to take down the enemy team. Look at that heart rate. It's going up.
Yeah, but not. I think they ran out of ice, and so they were just relying on the power of that artifact to keep them healed. And not enough. Not enough.
Oh, man.
That artifact is up for grabs now, Avali.
Oh, the power of that Pokemon bonnet that he had was unfortunately just not enough. But hey, Team Cali, they're nearby too. It looks like Team Cali is the one who's going to get to the artifact first. Can they get back to their ship and get back safely? Looks like the answer is going to be yes. But again, we know that Team Jonas is around the corner. We know that Team Died is also here as well. It looks like Jonas has already made his way onto the ship. He finds one, tries to find two. Can he find it before he's taken down, unfortunately?
They got to get the artifact off of that ship. I think that ship is just too well situated right now to be able to, you know, for them to win a ship-to-ship fight, especially because they've got the scout. They don't have that entropy cannon either.
Look at that discipline.
Very sneaky. Oh, is he going to go for the artifact?
Look at that discipline, Doa. He could have taken a shot, but he decided not to because he wants to sneak in there. Will 5UP be able to find that artifact like he did in game 2? 5UP's dead.
Oh, well, I mean, it was a nice choice. I thought, too, that with this, the fire coming in from Diggy Diggy Bam, that's distraction enough for Codex's crew to maybe steal the artifact, but doesn't look like it's the case. It looks like Jonas and co are turning their attentions now on the Queens, and we'll see if maybe they've got enough to fend it off, but it is a 3-ship fight again. Absolute chaos is broken loose.
Team Caliverse, good job on stocking up on ice. You heard Butter shout it out. 35 ice to their name. That's pretty good to start.
Really good.
But again, just so many other teams in this area right now. 3 people. Everyone is super close. Diggy Diggy Bam Bam. Again, they've kind of been on the outskirts of all of these fights so far, but just that consistent little tickle damage could add up.
Well, did you see that too? They actually have a macro cannon on the back of their ship, and that is the cannon again that pushes ships away when you hit them with it. So having that on the back of your ship makes you way harder to catch. So they're set up. Like there's a macro cannon right there. They're super well set up. Oh, shock barrier to make a run for the Wildgate. 86%. They just have to survive.
They're right below me.
Yeah, if they can survive and just stay within proximity and essentially just camp that, they might be able to just find that win. But again, maybe their attention turns to the enemy teams and they try to make this a brawl.
Yeah. Tractor beam. Jonas grabbing the tractor beam.
He sounded very excited.
Yeah, that's going to help out. But again, they've got that macro cannon on the back, so they can just push them right away again.
Yeah, we're getting tractored.
Oh, yep, they're getting tractor beamed right now.
Nice.
You gotta deal with it here.
They called out that they have one as well. We see the. Oh no!
I'm just gonna keep trying to keep our ship up to full health constantly.
We need to go down. We're about to hit the edge of the ground. 5UP stole the entropy cannon. 5UP has now situated or put in, I guess, the entropy cannon on Team Jonas' ship. That is going to be crazy. We saw how much insane damage comes from it. And Diggy Diggy Bam Bam from out of nowhere has caught up to Rage.
Oh, what shields down and ramming. They are crazy.
Oh, I just got.
Oh, if there's one thing these queens know how to do, Doa, it's slay, and I am excited to see what happens next.
I mean, slaying and slamming, but man, okay, that was a bold move, just running into the enemy ship with his shields down, but they honestly did a good job repairing. They didn't end up taking a ton of permanent damage from that, so hey, more power to you. Go for it.
Amazing. Okay, we see Team Cali maybe trying to find another infiltration. They see some enemies. They're taking them out. Oh my goodness, they found... Who did they find there? Oh!
Oh, Tasmo down. And yeah, it looks like... it does look like Team Died has infiltrated. A few of them anyway. Can they grab the artifact?
I pushed them away from...
Oh, they're on the wrong ship.
Yeah, Rage is the one with the artifact, just circling the Wildgate. 93% right now.
93%.
Again, can they survive and can they hold on to the artifact? Oh, there it is. He grabs it. Keo on the run, gets out of the ship, the artifact. Oh, he closed the door in his own face.
I'm dead, but I chucked it.
All right, can he get away? No, but the artifact's in space.
Wait, you can kill him
if he is outside. Oh, they grabbed it mid-grapple.
It's just in the air. It's okay. It's fine.
Someone's grabbing it
right
now.
no kidding.
So just watch the artifact. Watch for it.
Yep.
Tasmo keeping the team together.
I have a grapple. I'm gonna defend.
Right, a 5UP has the artifact.
Oh, he passed it to Jonas. But it wasn't going to be enough. Can 5UP find this?
Oh my god, I got killed too. Please kill Keo.
Oh,
they're going for the...
It's
a flea flicker. We're playing football now.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's on their ship now.
95% for the Wildgate. Whoever gets in the ship might be able to just poke through there and win the game. Meanwhile, Tasmo swinging around the side of the ship, can't do it, and the artifact has been jettisoned down in space. He had a lot of momentum going behind him.
It is so close, Doa. 4% left. Both of these ships right outside the gate. 5-Up catches it once more. He has one boost, one grapple. He's underneath the ship. He just needs to get inside. Will he be able to before he's found? He finds it, closes the door. Can he defend it?
97%. Jen turning the ship towards the Wildgate. Can she get there in time? Here comes some more boarders. Repelled? Oh, she gets him. All right.
The Wildgate.
They were taken out, and 97, 98. Just protect that a little bit longer. More people coming out to try to attempt to steal it. It seems like Team Died is really trying. Trashly taken out, though. She can't quite do it. Meanwhile, Jen boosting 98%. They might be able to escape with it, Avalie.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, it's all coming down to this. Jen with that amazing little defense there. She has been steering this ship the entire game. 1% left. She is knocking on that door. She is pounding on that door with that ship. 1% is all we're waiting for, Doa.
Oh, but there it is, and they got it. They're on top of the Wildgate as it hits 100%, and Team Average Jonas claims their second victory once again with 5-Up stealing the artifact at the last moment.
Stealing it, he did. There was a little bit of hot potato out in space. CDN doing his own little selfie photo shoot at the moment. But oh my goodness, what a finish for Team Jonas. Everyone had their own special moment there. Jen with that amazing defense and driving. 5-Up with the catch. Jonas with the distraction. And Keo to help pummel all of these people who are chasing his teammates down. What a fantastic finale for that Group A. And Doa, now we're jumping straight into Group B because you know we have to crown another winner.
Absolutely. A quick shout out to Team Died, though, for putting themselves in the right place at the right time and really making a run for it at the end there, too. That was tight. But now let's see if Team DisguisedToast can get something done in their game here. 3 ships still remaining here. 97% for the Wildgate to activate it. It looks like the artifact's sitting right on top of it almost.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand because, and there we go. The artifact has officially been found. It's been taken by CDN, and they are about to put it into their ship. They were just going through that final little PvE episode, little spot. And actually, were you able to catch a glimpse at their materials? Because they are stocked.
I did not see it, but I believe you. And again, they're in that. Oh my gosh, that is a lot. That is a lot of clamp jets. Oh, are they going to actually boost themselves with this?
That's a good point.
Wait, explain the physics to me, Doa. Explain it.
No way. Well, physics-wise, I don't think this really works to put the jets on the inside of the ship, but in a video game sense, it looks like it might. If this works, that is going to be absolutely crazy. Oh, they activated the smuggler's turn accidentally, so that just lets you turn faster, which is fine. Not that they need it really at the moment. Okay, there's the Wildgate dead ahead. You can see it just peeking out of the fog bank there.
Now, remember, they were the winners from game 1 because no one else could catch them. But is that a tractor beam on them, or is that the clamp?
They're activating the clamp jets inside their ship, and it's actually boosting them really, really fast.
Oh my god!
Look at how fast they're going.
We're going fast. Give me more.
I had no idea this worked. Look at how fast they're going. 100% is the Wildgate. They can get through it.
Uncontrolled. Someone's on us.
He hasn't even used his boost yet.
Uh-oh. They're getting spun. They're getting tractor beamed, it sounds like.
Oh no. They do still have a boost in their inventory to use, though. They haven't used it yet.
This is crazy. All right, yeah, I think they've still got a few more clamp jets, Avalie, and they're going to do it. Look how fast they're doing, blazing their way through the Wildgate. Nobody is stopping them. They were going like 800 kilometers an hour there, so that was some crazy speed. That is hilarious. I can't believe that worked. And that's why I love this game. I had no idea you could even do that. I knew clamp jets boosted your ship. But, okay, so mental note. Stockpile clamp jets, put them on the inside of your ship, because apparently you could boost your ship from the inside and then get all the way across the map in like 2 seconds. That was crazy. What a way
Dustin,
to end
I have notes.
That is awesome.
Oh, but
Physics
still, what
do
an
not
amazing...
apply.
It listen, it's like we knew coming into this, again, these teams only really had a couple days to practice leading into this first showdown, and CDN really proved that they knew their knowledge. They knew the strategy that they were going to apply. They weren't going to give away their secrets way too early. They used it in the final game, and wow, that was a fast win.
Yeah, I mean, I know I've seen people put clamp jets on the outside, like a couple of them to boost, but like they had like 10 of them or something like that, a huge amount, and just putting them all on the inside like that is hilarious. I love it.
Crazy.
Team CDN with, I believe, 3 victories to their name across the 4 maps that they played. That is absolutely bonkers. And yes, maybe that's not the physics that Newton, spoke about back in the day, but it worked here in Wildgate. Yeah, it works. It works. Now, everyone, of course, we are going to have our opportunity to once again hear from a streamer who participated in today's action. But for now, we're kicking it to a short break. We'll see you on the other side. Welcome back to our Wildgate Showdown here on Twitch Rivals. What a showdown it was. Oh, man. Seriously. I feel like we are all Doa still spinning from what we just witnessed from CDN squad and how methodical and tactical they were with their approach.
Yeah, I mean, the strats, this is what I was hoping we would see, right? Is some unexpected strategies that we haven't seen before. And Yeah, I talked earlier about the clamp jets and all the crazy things you could do with them, but just stockpiling them like that for the final push to the Waygate, what a great plan, and it definitely worked.
And other teams like Team Jonas, for instance, Avali, definitely kept things interesting. We got a lot of juggling with the artifact, a lot of aggression, and I mean, we were not lacking in combat.
Oh my God, 100%. Just the absolute firefight between all of the teams. We had one team trying to run away with the artifact, even though the Wildgate wasn't even open yet. Where were you running? A dead end? Them going down, having more teams chasing them. The hot potato of the artifact back and forth until it finally settled with Team Jonas. And wow, that was a fantastic ending to that group's game.
I did enjoy the tremendous energy contrast whenever we got to tune into Team Died. Of course, in the end, they came crashing through, but it felt like there were 3 ships battling at once, and then we would go over to Team Died, and it was, oh, we're drifting in space, hanging out from afar, and then out of nowhere, just crashing in to join all of the action. And I think Doa, when the artifact is picked up so early like that, that leans towards all of the teams really engaging with each other much earlier than when the Wildgate actually opens.
Oh yeah, I mean, then, you know, you kind of put that thought in everyone's head where it's like, okay, we've got 10 minutes until the Wildgate opens. We don't need to go towards the artifact right now, but we definitely want to, you know, in the near future, because you never want to be the first person to the party. You want to arrive fashionably late, right? And so when it comes to the artifact, let everyone else start fighting, and then you can sweep in and maybe, you know, either make an educated choice about what ship to engage when they're not expecting it, or sneak in, steal the artifact and bring it back to your ship hidden behind the asteroid or something like that. You always want to, you know, try to get your timing right is one of the tricky things in the game.
Yeah, I think we were already geeking out over a lot of the things we enjoyed about the game during the break, but I'm sure the winners are extra geeking out if we looked at everyone that walked away, not just with those bragging rights, but, you know, the $600 in their pocket as opposed to the $475. And we mentioned this before we went to the break. CDN squad, the only ones to walk away with 3 victories across 4 maps, and considering how close some of these matches were, Avali, that is extremely impressive.
Oh, absolutely. Especially with some of the groups that they had played with. There were a lot of big teams to take down throughout the entire day with all of these individual teams. Everyone had varying skill sets, and yet Team CDN had the innovation, rather, to find the perfect strategy to continuously get them wins.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, right? Because you've got to find the artifact first, right? And you have to find a way to get it on your ship to be able to use that strat. And you have to find enough clamp jets, too. I mean, you can use a SAL, I suppose, to try to collect clamp jets, because, again, the SAL can put anything to the processor, and anything can come back out again. And if it's a clamp jet, you're like, all right, we'll put aside, keep putting stuff in there. And I'm guessing that's how they got a bunch of them too. But being able to stockpile the clamp jets, get the artifact, and then just get in a position to run is pretty impressive to be able to do that 3 out of the 4 games.
And from the audience perspective, I think that shows how much promise there is with a game like Wildgate. Because as those in the audience know, today only our streamers were able to play the game, but you can sign up for the community playtest that is taking place between April 10th and 14th. So make sure you do that. But as I said, the streamers got to play. I think we should hear from the most victorious of them in today's matches. We've got CDN the Third joining us on the broadcast. Oh, we got the entire squad here.
Right.
Oh, yes. First of all,
What's up?
Congratulations. Yeah. I mean, we've been gasping at what you're able to accomplish today. So CDN, on behalf of the team, can you tell us a bit about your preparation, because we were so intrigued by your use of the clamp jets, and I'm just wondering how much of that was things that you strategized beforehand as opposed to discovering during this playing session.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first of all, thanks for having us. Thanks for hosting this event. It was so much fun. We were all looking forward to playing. We were getting our communities real hyped for it. But yeah, going back to your question, so first of all, we had to recruit two of the best C at these players that we know, which is Pace 22 and Napon. And then me and my boy Rec, we go way back. Like we're talking like 30 years ago. Where, you know, we both competed for MLG, Gears of War.
We're
and we also play a little Sea of Thieves ourselves, and we figured, you know what, let's combine forces with Pace and Napon, and let's see the magic that we can unfold for these guys. So what we decided to do was we took advantage of the play against the AI, because there was nobody to do any PvP we only had one PvP match leading up to this event. So we just went into the lobbies against the AI, and we just started learning all the mechanics. And then when we discovered those clamp jets, we were like, guys, there's something amazing with these clamp jets. At first, we were installing them on the outside of our ship. And then because we were spending so much time in the lab, we were like, yo, I wonder if they work on the inside of the ship. So we figured out that you could put them on the inside of the ship and get that boost.
I had no idea that worked. That was hilarious when I saw you guys hook up like 10 clamp jets to the inside of the ship. I'm like, well, so much for physics, but hey, it worked. I mean, so obviously that was a prepared strat. And so my question for you is, in a scale of like 0 to 100%, what percentage were you at with executing the plan coming into the game? I feel like it's pretty high after especially seeing that last game.
Yeah, Paige, you want to take this one, Paige?
Yeah. So we basically, to the T, executed how we wanted to play every game. The only game that we didn't win, that third game, we didn't factor in the thing spawning right next to the gate. So we kind of like tried to make up a new plan on the fly. So like other than that, like the rest of the games went like exactly how we decided it would go. Just with like patrolling the artifact, making sure that we kept people clear of it, and then just having like the necessary items to like get to the gate without anyone being able to stop us.
Yeah, flying the Bastion, I'm sure, was part of that too, choosing the tankiest ship and all that. So did you do like a ton of probing early on to make sure you always knew where the artifact was every game?
So yeah, we made sure we found it. Like our number one thing was like find it. Like we just wanted to find the artifact. Yeah. Like the whole strat just depends on where that is and where we're gonna play around it, basically.
Makes sense.
Awesome. Requiem, I got a question for you, man, because in addition to your great strat with all the clamp jets and being able to just zoom straight to the Wildgate, we also saw your team go through quite a few scuffles with enemy ships throughout the day. But Requiem, I saw you infiltrating quite a lot. So walk me through, what was the thrill or the feeling like being able to just bust through an enemy ship, take them down, blow it up, or try to steal their stuff? What was that like for you?
It feels really good. I think the shooting on this game is really clean. Like it's super immersive. Like the ADS feels good. So, you know, when it's finally time, when the team decides, all right, we need borders, we got to get in there, we got to make stuff happen. It's like, it's really intense because you got, you know, the time to kill is pretty fast and the respawn time's pretty fast. So like the moment you get a kill, you really got to already be thinking about your next move like right away. But it was a super good time.
Awesome. And Napon, honestly, same question for you, if you don't mind. What was it like finding all of these firefights, whether it was PvE or these PvP elements?
I mean, it's pretty much like you said, the shooting's a lot of fun in this game. The time to kill is really quick. That's the only thing that caught me off guard a couple times in the PvP fights, especially with the invulnerability. But other than that, it was definitely a lot of fun. Very
It really
smooth.
is. Can I ask one more quick question here? Did you use the Sal to stock up on clamp jets as well?
I think we got quite a few from him, didn't we?
Yeah,
Okay,
I think
yeah,
most
that's
of
what I
our
was kinda
clamp jets were just from loot. I think Sal, you know, whatever we can get with like duplicate items that we didn't want, we would be happy to take, even if it was just materials like boosts and heal.
Right. Okay, I was wondering how many you were relying on popping out, because you do get them pretty frequently when you feed stuff into the processor with Sal, so
yeah.
Interesting. That's cool. I love your strat.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I think the preparation that y'all had coming into this very much showed, because we were admiring your forward thinking, knowing the pace of the game and what was going to happen at all the stages and the strategies that you introduced to us for the first time here on Twitch Rivals. And we just want to say congratulations once again. And CDN the third, just as the designated captain here, is there anything you would like to say on behalf of the squad before we let you go and let y'all celebrate?
Yeah, I mean, just, you know, one thing, let's just get some 07s in the chat for Summit 1G. We had to put him down, but he's a great friend of ours. You know, and once again, shout out to Twitch Rivals. Shout out to Wildgate. We appreciate you guys for hosting this event. We had so much fun. We can't wait for launch. And, you know, the chat they're all ready, man. They're all asking us, like, where can we download the game? Is it going to be, is it going to be cross-platform? Is it free to play? So we're all looking forward to some news. And we appreciate you guys hosting. So thank you.
Of course. Thank you. And to your chat, make sure to let them know they can sign up for the community playtest happening between April 10th and 14th for an opportunity to play then. So, might be able to get a sneak peek themselves. But thank you so much for joining us for this interview. Congratulations again on the victory, and we look forward to seeing you in the Reach.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Later.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I really think it's no surprise, Doa, that they utilized the AI to end up prepping for this more than just the playtest.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great testing ground. Like it's, the AI isn't like super difficult, so you can kind of just explore. You can explore and experiment with the different items, and you can see that paying off, right? I mean, running and gunning is great, PvPing is great, but really kind of utilizing the game mechanics to their utmost certainly it seemed like it won the day. So that's cool that they just kind of did a lot of testing in the verse AI mode.
And I do think it's always exciting, Awfully, where while it's nice to see some repeat victories on Twitch Rivals, when you see a team come in that is fresh and hasn't gotten a victory before, especially with a game like this making the premiere, it just adds a little bit of that extra sparkle in the day.
Team Died was robbed. I'm with Twitch chat right now. I think Team Died should have won every single game that they were in. Check the tapes. Check the tapes.
And remember, everyone, that all of these streamers were streaming on their channels, so you can go check the VODs. Make sure to ask them about their experience. As we said, you can sign up to potentially participate in the community playtest that is happening from April 10th through 14th. And stay tuned for all that Wildgate has to offer in the future. But we have come to the conclusion of our Wildgate Showdown. And as we wrap up the show, it is time for our special version of a Twitch Rivals raid that we like to call the Raid Launcher. Now, the Raid Launcher is going to randomly select one of the streamers that was participating today that is still live. We're going to send all of y'all to their channel alongside 25 gifted subs to celebrate. So I'm ready. Let's find out who the lucky streamer is going to be today.
Oh, who are people spamming in the chat? People are spamming in the chat. Who are they spamming?
Who are they spamming? Who are they hoping for?
I see Lady Lay, Deer, Butter.
Butter is pro. All right, we got to see a bit of Butter on the broadcast, but you can go ahead and check more action after this. Doa, last words from you and where people can find you.
Hey, GG Doa on a lot of stuff on the internet. I'm just happy to be here. Played Wildgate is an amazing game. Looking forward to seeing how it develops. Looking forward to playing again next weekend. So I just think we're just getting started. It's amazing.
Yeah, Ovely?
Ovely on Twitch, watching OTK Games Expo May 25th. Bye!
Yep, on behalf of Twitch Rivals, thank you for tuning in. Until morning, afternoon, evening, good night, friends.